So you want to learn about beer? Stay tuned and never fear. They're the guys for the case, 'cause they'll tell you all about what they taste. We got Mudhole, B&Q, we loves Star Wars and grilling too. And Knops got loves baseball and board games, he's played them all. There's no place I'd rather spend the Monday nights than here, having a few chuckles and damn good beer. Now it's time for Two Beerded Guys.
And we're live.
And this is a great start to Two Beerded Guys, episode 124?
Oh,
5? Damn, I was close.
Really close.
I know.
I'll take it.
It's like our third summer.
It is. Damn.
I know.
Thank you for watching us. This is fun. I get to hang out with friends and drink beer every Monday night.
He didn't sound very enthusiastic about that, did he? Thanks for watching us.
Well,
This
no,
is fun.
it's more like, damn, we've been doing this on 3 summers.
Yeah, this will be our third Loggers in Lawrence.
I'm excited. Nice. There is still time to buy tickets for Hops and Coaster Drops, though, coming up in September, as well as Loggers and Lawrence. In Lawrence, I said and. It's Loggers. You're going to have Loggers and go to Lawrence.
I was going to say something. I was like, I'm going to let it slide. But you did it for
I
me.
couldn't let that slide.
I was going up Pendleton Pike, and there was a banner, like one of the billboards had an advertisement for that right there by Mike's Car Wash. I was like, oh, look at that.
Lawrence keeps trying to grow it, and yet they moved it to a smaller area. It's fine.
Oh, it's not the same place?
It's the same place it was last year,
Okay.
just not the year before.
Oh, yeah. Now I'm with you.
But no, it's a fun event. Plus, after all the big beers of Beer Fest, it's kind of nice to end with Loggers on a hot day in September.
Same like last year. Very, very hot day.
Yeah, I really hope the temperature's a little cooler than it was last year. But for both Hops and Coaster Drops and Loggers in Lawrence,
I hope they have the Wiener Dog race again.
that was hilarious. I hope our booth's right next to it again.
And the Stein holding contest.
Well,
You did your best.
Dude, my shoulder gave out. I wasn't the first one out.
No. You're like third.
Yeah, that was my goal, was not to be the first one out, and I wasn't even the second one out, so it was fine.
Reconstructed shoulder. He did great.
Oh, dude, my shoulder. It was fun. I lifted it up, and as soon as I went up, I went, oh, this isn't going to go well. And I'm looking around like, all right, motherfucker, somebody drop out. I'm like looking around. Finally, I see someone going. I'm like, I'd hit like a brief second wind, and I'm like, oh, no. And then it was like next person dropped out, my shoulder went, nope, you're done. And then I had to drink really warm Keystone. It was, they'd been sitting out in the sun for a while. It was rough. Because, of course, me being me, I had to try to chug the beer in the Stein. I mean, come on now.
But welcome to Two Beerded Guys.
Yeah. Anyway, it is that time of year. We like Beer Fest. It's not our fault. John and Matt went to another one this past weekend, had a good time down in,
Brookville.
Thank you. I drew a blank all of a sudden. I had it in my head until I wanted to say it.
Home of what largest number body of water there, John?
The largest body of water in Indiana.
There you go.
Yeah, Brookville Reservoir. I have boated on that reservoir many times.
I learned
By total volume, not square footage.
Yes, not by area.
Yeah.
But it is one of the deeper reservoirs in Indiana. Not the deepest, but one of. And because it's one of, and also quite large, not in width, it's actually just really long. It's a pretty narrow reservoir.
like a spaghetti noodle.
Like one of the medium-sized spaghetti noodles,
Like a fettuccine?
Yeah, kind of like a fettuccine noodle, Anyway, welcome back to the show. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
Our guest is the lovely
Aaron Donovan.
I was wondering if she was going to say her name. My favorite's when people go, oh shit, am I supposed to talk? And then they just...
Oh, he called himself Mudhog. Oh shit. Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Real
This
name
is
or
Aaron's
what?
first rodeo.
And behind the camera, the one, the only, you're lucky you can't see him. I'm unfortunate I
Especially
can.
today.
I'll scream that.
Yeah, that face, dude. It looks like a, just testicles that were shaven by someone who didn't know what they were doing. Sorry, he shaved his beard.
I don't know what to say to that. Like,
it's got a little bit of a rough spot. Like, it's not.
it was just like,
not a
5 o'clock shadow.
And it looks like a testicle.
My whole face?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
one testicle.
one or both?
No, just one. The other one didn't drop.
Oh my god, that hurts.
Glad everyone's laughing.
Anyway,
It
we are going to start off the show like we always do with most anticipated beer. Matt, you kick us off.
I'm actually going to go with the Drecker Pert these days, because it's made with Sour Patch Kids!
Can't tell he's excited or anything. Johnny boy.
You know what? I, for reasons, is going to choose the Dragon's Milk today. Because you get the, very popular national brewery. And it is a, triple?
Triple mash.
It's the triple mash.
It's like 17%.
So it's going to be, let's see. Let's see what they can do with that.
I'm kind of excited to try.
I purposely did not look at the ABV in case we played the Guess the Game, and then if I'd have known we were doing that, I might have picked that now. I didn't realize it's 17%.
I knew there's no way he was going to choose it, so I was safe.
Aaron.
Oh yeah, I'm down for that Dragon's Milk. They are one of my favorite beers to make cheesecakes with, so I'm definitely into trying this variant.
Now, I do want to say I chose the ET bait specifically for you.
Oh yeah.
It's a peanut butter cup cheesecake stout.
Spoiler.
Girl.
It's good.
I'm ready.
I mean, I wonder how that will taste.
Honestly, mine is the Black Forest Pilsner, the German Pilsner. I like me a good German Pilsner, so
Yeah.
hopefully it hits me in my tingles and I'm a happy man,
Really gets those. Yeah.
I need to tingle my jingles, all right,
Sounds like a personal
I like
problem.
my tingles.
You jingle your tingles, I tingle my jingles.
I know, which would mean
Just
I
like-
like my tingles jingle.
That's fair. Just stay away from my tingles.
He's bad at English, too.
It's been a long week. Fuck everything. All right. Fuck everybody. We're drinking. It's time to drink.
Let's go. Well, somebody... God, he's just rushing things through.
Matt, you got anything for us?
I was just going to double check and make sure that the Stream Deck thing's not fucking up, because I don't see anything on here.
Matt, why are you fucking shit up?
I don't know. Let me...
I don't think that I am, friend.
Matt's always fucking shit up, I swear.
Not this time.
So, one thing I'm really excited about is our friend Russell is moving closer to us. I mean, he's still a decent drive away, but much closer.
Not the other side of the states.
It's drivable now instead of flying.
He said it's like going to the grocery store for him. Because
Yeah.
where he lives?
It's a little
Yeah, that
further
popped
than
up. I
that.
was just checking
But
Facebook.
okay.
it's a little
Nobody
further
loves
than
us
that,
today.
No.
because he's moving to.
Is it on...
Is it?
Yeah, you're checking.
Where's he moving to again?
Iowa.
Yeah. So he's moving to the cornfields from the great state of Washington. Basically, he's gonna go from mountains to flat as fuck, and I think that's funny as hell.
It's gonna... Yeah. I don't know.
He's in for a culture shock.
Well, Liz's family's from there, so...
Yep, she's gonna be understanding. He's gonna go from Washington to Iowa.
Yeah.
And it makes me so happy. But we're excited for that because we'll actually be able to do a Two Beerded Guys trip out there relatively easily to go see our boy. That's something I'm looking forward to. The other thing I'm looking forward to the most is the fact that Erin's here and we get to hear about how her music and stuff's going.
Yes.
So where have you been playing lately? What have you been up to?
Well, actually, I've been playing on YouTube. I've been putting some videos up on there. You can check out my channel. It's just Eden's Lost. And got some new songs up on there. Played at Hampton Design Studios in Irvington for their first Friday. And then I've also been doing a lot of art, selling a lot of art in different markets. Offensive Art, which is every other Sunday in Fountain Square, and
Jumping ahead, I was going to use that as a later story. You're killing me,
okay.
Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.
Did you
Why?
say
Nope.
offensive art or offensive art?
Offensive Art.
Offensive.
A.
That's
Like,
why I asked specifically about the music, You're going to try to keep on that track.
You're gonna lead it,
And then we were going to go to art later.
Well, because I've been doing. Actually,
Do both?
I was doing more art.
I know.
Doing more art than
The
I've been
art's
doing
the
music.
big thing. Nobody's really on yet. You start with the smaller thing for when people tune in and they hear it.
That's why he starts with me, the smaller thing.
Back to testicles again.
I mean, it's
Back
not
to
wrong,
testicles.
but
Why do I always end up talking testicles with you guys?
I don't know. It's
You're
a
the
good
only
question.
people. Never
You're
mind.
welcome. Some people pay for that privilege.
Are all the comment sections
Fucking
working?
good pills.
Yes, thank you for verifying that the
Okay.
Facebook comments are working, John.
You're welcome.
We also got
Good pills,
Brett
Brett.
says, "Where is all the peoples?"
I don't know. But thank you for joining in, Brett.
He says, "What is up, you beautiful people in Tyler?"
Fuck off. Gotta love my brother. What a dick. No, but really, like, what a dick. I mean,
Would it be?
just
well
for
endowed.
you.
Wife has 4 kids, you know.
Oh.
The wife wanted it at least 4 times. You know, that's impressive.
All right, good for you, buddy. 4 times? I only got 2 kids.
I know. That's because you're not Brett.
No, nope.
Oh, shit.
Seriously, I like this. It's got a little bit of a bite, a little bit of a bitter bite to it, without being like drying bitter. Crushable as hell.
Oh shit! I didn't realize that. Russell's on too. What's going on, guys?
Russell!
Let us know. He was stuck under a pile of boxes.
Lucky.
Take that as you will.
Lucky bastard.
There's a child in the room.
What's up, short stack?
to your beard?
It ran away.
Now, if she says what it looks like, I'll die.
Best part is we didn't even pay her to say that.
No.
Because if we'd have paid her, she'd have said the other thing.
I don't even know.
Hey, get up.
Wait, no.
No, you're good. You're crashing. We're like literally talking about beer right now.
Okay, then talk about
Brett says he's 4 for 4, batting 1,000.
I know. Go.
Okay.
Go. Love you. Good luck at basketball tryouts.
Okay. Right after cross country practice.
I know.
She just wants to be on the show so bad. So bad.
Good
How many more years?
About 10.
10.
In her mind, tomorrow.
Yeah. This is what a
Solid
Pilsner
beer,
is.
dude. Yeah.
Yeah,
this
I ain't
is
mad at
solid.
this at all.
Yeah.
Matt, what do you think? You're not a Pilsner fan, so what do you think?
Tastes like a Pilsner.
I definitely want this with some of that, like, that potato salad from Heidelberg.
See, Heidelberg. Told you, John. That place is.
Like,
I believe you. I
awesome
just haven't
shit,
been there
dude.
yet.
Yeah.
Schnitzel.
I love going to Hofbrau House. When I was down in Cincinnati
Let's
area,
go.
every time I'm down in Cincy, I have to go across the river to Hofbrau House. It's just
They
a
don't really do a
must.
whole lot
Dude,
of
I like
dinners, kind of
Newport
the
a
issue.
lot.
They're more of like a lunch,
What?
breakfast and lunch
I like
kind of
Newport
place.
a lot.
They do, like,
Oh,
pastries
Newport's
and lunch.
fun.
They close kind of early.
Newport's
So
like
be
the
4
fun
loggers
version
and
of
Lawrence.
Cincinnati.
Oh, wait, you're not going to do
I won't, but you could go.
That's what I wish Cincinnati was.
The
Newport.
Make sure to
venues
get
are
the
better in
kielbasa, or
Newport,
no.
I'll say that.
Everything's
And
better
the,
in Newport.
Currywurst.
Except for the zoo, because
You're
that's in
doing porn?
Cincinnati. But they have, huh?
He's doing porn?
Oh, damn straight.
That's what I heard.
Newport.
Oh.
Talking about Kentucky, bud.
That's a bit of a stretch there. I mean, both on what he said and what you heard, and the
He's
implication that
I don't know much he's stretching.
I have to stretch. I'm not my brother.
we've got an actual anonymous. It says Cafe Heidelberg is the best.
It is.
Not sure who anonymous is, but thank you for the agreeing, sir or ma'am. Drew's also on. Dr. Drew, what's up?
What's up, Drew?
Says I'll be able to bring our bottles next week.
Yes!
Oh, yes.
Which, Dr. Drew, we need to talk, because I might be wanting to buy an extra case off of you. Yeah, just get a hold of me.
Tyler just wants to like Oprah people with bottles.
I mean, that's part of it, yeah. But I also want plenty for myself. 'cause
You
it's
get a
barley
bottle.
wine.
You get a bottle.
Barley wine. Barley wine.
You
Barley
know,
wine.
I like my barley wine.
Yeah. We made one.
Ooh.
Has our face on the bottle.
Oh.
Most of our faces.
That's a
Well,
lot
it
of
doesn't
beer.
have his. It's fine.
He's like,
No testicles.
He's like on the other side of the label, right?
No, he has his hat down, blocking his face. It's kind of nice.
Oh,
I look like I just murdered 40 people. And I'm on a wanted poster.
yeah,
Okay.
dead or alive. 10 grand.
yours doesn't look much better, John.
John looks
I
like he
know.
got caught after
Yeah,
murdering
yeah,
people.
we had this discussion.
Yeah, yours is the sketch, but
Yeah.
it's like really detailed.
Mine's the wanted sketch. Like, they got a good picture, but it wasn't quite a good enough picture to put the
Mine's a
picture.
mugshot.
Yeah, his is just a mugshot.
You're like a hoodie away from Unabomber. is
Yeah, a
what
little
you're
bit.
at, Like,
I had a all
That
black hat
beard,
on
though.
backwards, had my beard, had my glasses on, but I took the picture outside so they turned into sunglasses, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then they black and whited the photo, so it's a black, like, all black, 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 and it's just, oh yeah, it looks like I'm a hoodie away from a Unabomber. It's fine. It's bad. It's
Can't let
bad.
you near you.
It's bad.
and Anonymous says it's Rick that we met in Brookville over the weekend.
Oh,
what's
hey,
up,
Rick.
man? Thanks for tuning in so quickly.
What
Appreciate
up,
it.
Rick? We appreciate you doing the interview with John and Matt.
Yes.
I got to see a little bit of that. It was awesome, man. We appreciate you very much.
Drew
But yeah,
says we got 12 bottles already. If you need more, let him know. So Tyler will be letting you know.
yeah, I'm going to need. Yeah, I'm going to need a few more. I mean, anyway, back to the Black Forest here. The way we score our beers, I'll go ahead and get that out of the way so I don't forget. It's been a while since Erin's been on the show, so I want to give her a quick reminder. It's the Untapped list, so it's in quarter increments. 3 is a perfectly average beer. You can go 3 1/4, 3 1/2, yada, yada, yada. But 3 is perfectly average. Above 3, above average. Shocker. 4 or higher, that's now, we're going to seek that out. I'm going to go find this beer again, no matter where it's from. I'm going to find this damn beer for my house. 4, 7, 5, and 5, that's Jingling the Tingles, Tingling the Jingles, Twix and the Tweeter. We're not saying the other one, you motherfucker. And under 3 is below.
Which other one? There's another one?
Fluff your muff.
Still bugs me. That's the most. Why did BYBC make that one? Under 3 is below average, but that 2.5 to 3 is still kind of a decent beer. A lot of core brewery beers with that. Under 2, you're getting into the whatever. I paid for it, or somebody gave it to me. I'll drink it, whatever. Under 1 is drain pour. That 0.25, 0.5, 0.75. That. Fuck this shit. It's gone.
Yeah.
You won't catch us drain pouring on the show, John and I, but off the show, you open one of those.
Yeah.
Or my favorite's when somebody sends us beer and they send us at least one really shitty beer. When we send beer back,
Russell.
that beer's the one that goes to visit them. I mean, we would never do that. Would we do that? That doesn't sound like something I would do.
Speaking of Russell, he concurs. Fluff your muff.
Of course you do, Russ. Russell the love muscle. It's fine.
You gotta lube your lapper when you go in the bush.
Damn straight.
I mean, I hear that's only good practice.
So for this wonderful German beer, John, you are first to score.
It's a Pilsner. It's almost the prototypical definition of a German Pils. A nice hop background to it. Good biscuity flavor.
5.3%.
Yeah. And I feel like if it's going to be the example, the textbook definition, I mean, it should at least be a 4, so I'm going to go 4.
Brewed in full accordance with the German beer law.
I feel like Smo's going to look down on me a little bit for it. I think Smo would give that a higher score, but I'm going 4.
My dear.
I think I'm going to have to say at least a 4. Maybe even 4.25.
I'm going to give it a 4 1/4.
Yeah,
so what are you
4
giving
1/4.
it? All right.
4 1/4 for sure.
So it is a 4 1/4 because Erin and I know how to score things, unlike John.
That's fair.
But it's very good. That is a fantastic Pils. I will drink that all day long and be a happy man at 5.3%. So, Matt, the Pilsner hater.
I really don't want Smo judging me more than John, so... Oh, look at that. Russell said something. Said, wrong name, Tyler. It's Russellmania. Ooh, that's a good one.
Nice.
And Brett says, if it's that good, does it ripen the berries? Oh, that's a new one. So Twick in the tweeter.
I hate him.
Ripen the berries.
I kind of like that. How have I made it this far in life and never heard that?
I don't know, but what's your score? Stop stalling, you little bitch.
Ah, shit, I thought we got far enough away. I mean, I'm never going to search something like that out. I'll give that it's well made, and I'll try to give it better score for what it's worth than what I would score it. 3.75, and I'm going to get hated on.
Yeah.
But,
It's
why I don't
So we're
count.
going to clip this out and send it to Smo, right?
Yep.
All right.
It's hate Matt night.
Hate Matt night.
You mean just Monday?
No, that's usually hate Tyler night.
I think we share that cap.
Yeah, I send it your way because shit rolls downhill and I half own the show.
And Alex,
I get made fun of and I send it your way.
and Alex hasn't tuned in yet, so it's coming.
It'll bounce right back to me. It's fine.
Oh, Alex.
Fucking Chambers. He's a dick. Our next
Thanks for your continued viewing, faithful viewer.
No, if you hear this, fuck you, Alex. I can't even say that with a straight face. I like Alex too much. Handmade by Oliver Winery. This is the Bean Blossom Hard Cider, but this is their bourbon barrel-aged version of the finest quality. They tell us on the label.
They do.
Since 1972. Anyway, crisp as a just-picked apple. Mellow like an old soul. Fresh pressed Midwestern hard cider. Bourbon barrel infused. A perfect pair. Yeah, it says infused.
Oh, what's that mean? They're barrel infused.
Yeah.
Means they did it like we did our bourbon barrel aged brown ale, probably. With chips.
Yeah.
Okay.
Produced and bottled by Oliver Cider Works, Bloomington, Indiana.
Literally, the place wrote the wine laws for Indiana.
Cool cap.
We've had a couple
Just
of
a different cap.
barrel-aged ciders. I think we've had at least 2 others.
We had one that was really fucking good.
Oh, you guys tried that 13.5?
Well, I mean, I've had that 13.5 because we used to carry it at Broad
Talk about
Ripple.
feeling warm. Woo!
Yeah, we used to do that.
That stuff is like, it's how I imagine liquid luck tastes like. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
a little bit, yeah.
Liquid what?
Felix Felicis from Harry Potter.
Oh, yeah. I was going to ask too, John. Thanks.
Some nerd.
I should have known. I'm just this much
Did you like
too
how
old
quick
for
I
Harry
named
Potter.
that too? Like just. But no, it 13.5 from Moonlight Meadery.
Oh god, it was so good. I think about that often.
That was from Moonlight, wasn't it?
I think so.
Yeah.
Now it came back to me. I was like, where did we have like wine and mead and all that stuff? It was the Bad Decision shelf on the way down to Brookville Saturday. It was a swing and a
The
miss.
worst part about not running Books and Brews Broad Ripple, like when I left it, and then now it not being there, is I can't order all the fun shit. And then on Fridays, which I got yelled at, right, like the day before I left there, they found out I'd been buying all the beer on Fridays, like out of my own pocket to like have the staff sample. I got yelled at so much for that. They're like, "Why would you do that?" I'm like, "Because I was literally stealing one of every beer to try." Like, got yelled at. But anyway. We would literally on Fridays, staff loved working on delivery Fridays, because I would get there, I was the closing shift. So the people opening, everybody would stay. Even if they clocked out, they would like wait till I got there. And then people would get there early that were closing with me because I'd literally take everything from the deliveries and just pop, 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 and we'd sample everything. So the closing staff had a nice little head start to their day, and the leaving staff had a nice little buzz to leave with.
I mean, in fairness, like if you're going to be serving something, it's like if you work in a
Well,
restaurant, you
that's
try all the dishes,
which is
right?
why I
Yeah.
believe in it, while other, brewery people that I worked for
Hey,
disagree.
bartender, how's this beer? I have no
I
idea.
don't know.
Which happens a lot
Yeah.
Yeah.
at certain days at Books and Brews because we weren't allowed.
Back to the Bad Decision shelf.
Yeah.
So whenever we
clear.
travel, we stop and get a.
It's just so
Usually it's the liquor store cooler with all the 24 to 32
You
ounce
stopped at the
cans.
gas station.
We were at a gas station, so they had nothing beer-wise cold, but they did have
The mixed
wine and
wine.
wine coolers and things like that.
The bum wine. You guys had bum wine, didn't you?
Bum wine? Like,
Like men of 2020. Bum wine.
It not
I mean,
only is that, it was
is it like keistered or what? Like,
Speaking of which, have you seen the little bottles of bootlegger now at gas stations? It's basically MD 2020 in smaller bottles, and they call it bootlegger. It's like 12.5%. I got a picture sent to me from one of my coaches that Saturday after the event we had for baseball, they went to coach's night out. I obviously wasn't there, so I'm chilling at my house. I get a picture sent to me. One of the young coaches who's just graduated college showed up with Twisted Teas and 2 of those little bootlegger $3 bottles from the gas station, basically the MD 2020s of their generation. And I'm literally just like,
What?
I'm like, fire him now. He's not allowed to be in our organization. He has 0 decision-making skills.
we just got Ben jumping on, says nice glass, Tyler.
Thank you, Benjamin.
so
He bought it for me.
back to this cider. Flavors are good. I like the flavor.
I want more bubbles.
It needs more. Yes. You just stepped all over, but yes, yeah, that's right. It needs more bubbles.
Now, it is barrel-aged.
No, it's barrel infused.
And
No, I agree.
I feel like it has just enough barrel for them to be like, oh yeah, it's got a barrel flavor. It's
It's
there.
there. It's not prevalent.
Just barely, though.
So yeah, it needs more bubbles.
And frankly, it's what I come to expect from a cider from Oliver. It's
Sweet.
It's sweet. It's
Which
not a lot of ingredients, not a lot of cost.
they know their Indiana palate.
Yeah.
MCL?
Yeah.
There's a reason Oliver Winery sells so much wine here in the state, while also, in my opinion, being just nothing but sugar water.
Yeah.
But is the number 1 selling winery in Indiana.
Gorgeous facility.
Yeah, it is.
If you're gonna go anywhere and to have like a picnic and
do like
just
the
a
label
nice
art,
day.
Yeah, and I
that
do
place is
love that
fantastic.
Bean Blossom art. I I picked this up from Melissa before. She's a big fan of the peach.
I like the peach better.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I like the peach better too.
it's
Which is sad because I love bourbon everything,
same.
as you know.
Yeah. Which is
I
the
like
entire reason I pulled out this one.
It's because you love me. Thank you, Matt.
You rate first.
I need more bourbon barrel for sure. I'm gonna probably give that a 3. I'm not much in the ciders though, so it's kind of a prejudiced opinion as well. I'm gonna put that out there.
That's fair. Pat's looking at boobs.
I am not actually. I was told not to open a snap. Nah. Kidding. It was meh.
Yeah.
The sugar gets me. There's not enough barrel to offset that sugar. So I'm gonna go 275. Like,
Yeah, like the.
I
Like
can't
said,
even give it a.
The flavors are fine. I like the flavors, but it is a cider, and I know it's barrel aged, but you can still carb it up a little bit more.
The bubbles would have helped.
Like you add
Because the bubbles
carbonation
would've cut
at the
down the
end.
sugar.
It's what you add at the end.
Yeah, the bubbles would have cut down that sugar.
Yeah.
Like,
So, although it tastes good, I can't call it average because I think an average cider would get that right. So it's a 275.
so that ends up 275 average, obviously. Real hard to do math on that one. Matt, what would you have given it?
4. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, 275 is right. I was kind of flirting around the average range somewhere, but yeah, there's some things that are kind of lacking. So I think it's fair.
Yeah.
He's so lazy with his scores today.
Well, I don't know. Like
The first one he tried not to score. This one he's like,
I I'm just gonna score what everybody else did.
well,
That's normal.
I'm the victim of going last.
Oh, now
say
he's
it every
playing the
week.
victim card.
typical Matt.
Oh yeah.
Freaking snowflake.
Where's Alex?
Matt's like, I need this deflected back at Tyler.
It's not rolling downhill. It's just hitting me.
There's nothing starting it.
Yeah, there's only starting above hill.
Oh.
So as we go to back and forth to Can Cam, Indie Craft Brew is our Can Cam sponsor. And I'm partnering with them this Saturday for a barbecue event. So I'm going to be there cooking all day. And it starts at 3. And it's going to basically,
So not all day.
when food is, I'm going to be cooking there all day.
Oh, okay.
I'm cooking there all day.
Fair enough.
I think I said that.
Yeah, but all right. So they start. You'll be
It
there all
looks
day, but people can't come in to.
phenomenal. The food that you've posted already.
Yeah.
I get a solid hankering for like being able to reach through and grab some of those burnt ends and shit.
Oh, yeah.
So just to clarify, you'll be cooking there all day. People can't come to sample your meat until 3.
3 o'clock. And basically you can
I
pre-order
can
now.
sample anytime I want.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Tyler just says, I need your meat. And I'm like, all right, put it in your mouth.
Hey, bring leftovers over to the all-day party afterwards.
Okay. Well, hopefully there won't be any. Because you can pre-order your food now. The links have been posted.
Oh.
And then, of course you show up and don't buy your food till that day. Then you're just kind of rolling the dice and then you're hoping you get some, so.
Just like my love life. Shut up and hope I get some.
No, because they actually have a chance.
Man, if all you ever needed was meat, Matt, I got you.
Chris Knight's on. Hey, what's going on, buddy? He says, what's up?
What's up?
Bummed to miss out on the barbecue, but he'll be headed east for the long weekend. East Coast beercation with a good buddy.
Where are you going? All along the eastern seaboard?
I mean, if you find something that you think we should have on the show, we will pay you back for it. Just
Hell,
throwing
he can
that
bring
out
back
there.
some heady topper even. That was good.
And depending on where you find yourself, John can give you recommendations on where to get crab cakes and not get stabbed.
Yeah, that's the important part.
The almost getting stabbed part's the best part. Dude,
I mean, it's worth it.
We barely survived the last couple of years. I need danger in my life now. All right, like from here on out, like there has to be a constant threat of danger.
I got the place for you there, buddy. Got the place.
Just move to Baltimore and I'll be fine.
I'll tell you right where to go there.
number two violent crime city in America.
Chris says he is going
Fine.
to Portland, Boston, and NY.
Okay.
Yacht,
He might be in that heady topper area.
So he's gonna go spend $30 for a Coors Light, New York. That was the worst thing I ever found out when I visited that city. We were walking around and I'm like, I need a fucking beer. I go into like a TGI Friday, sit at the bar. And I'm like, this will be the cheapest of beers if I
I
can
had a
find
TJ
one.
Friday, yeah.
Motherfucker was a $13 pint of Coors Light. Didn't know it till after I ordered it and went to pay for it. And I was like, God damn! What am I at? A goddamn concert?
How are you?
God damn!
Where were you?
I didn't quite get that.
Goddamn New York!
Fucking Fridays.
Dude, it was like they're off the street. I was like, alright.
Brett says, so, John, what you're saying is if he gets tired of the birthday party next door, he can go over and come handle your meat.
Yeah. You can handle my meat anytime.
Oh yeah, he will be next door for Sydney's 10th birthday party at Fudd's playing video games.
Nice. Yeah.
I forgot they got like a
I'll be
video
on the
arcade thing
patio.
over there.
Yeah, it's the best part.
I'll be on the
It's cheap as
patio
shit.
cooking.
Oh, it's cheap as shit, too?
Oh, dude, like an all-day pass is like $6.
All right. Well, I was just going to try to divvy my time between the Saturday party and
You
John's
are
meat.
divvying your time still,
But now if I've got a $6 all-day arcade right beside the meat,
motherfucker.
this is your fault. You told me about it.
Bullshit. I invited you guys to this shit like 3 months ago. All right, it's fine. It's
Like
fine.
3 years ago. I still can't never make it.
All right, Drecker, Fargo, North Dakota. This is the Perts these days. Gummy sour.
What's it made with, Tyler?
It is raspberry, orange, apricot, guava, lemon, lime, and pineapple Sour Patch Kids.
Yes.
Woo! I
Probably-
wonder if they're from Mexico.
They're probably from Turkey.
Oh, damn it.
Oh, dude, I even have my 17U baseball team from this past year, like, searching their Sour Patch Kids before they get them.
It's going to be my lasting legacy.
I straight
It
up...
really is.
Because they showed up one day, and I'm like, let me fucking see the back. 'Cause
It's the
my
best life
POs
lesson I didn't know I needed to
Dude,
learn.
my POs always show up with candy.
Yeah.
They're pitchers. They're idiots. And that's all they do. They know if they're not throwing that day, they can just sit there and eat candy. I have one kid who's a reliever who eats candy the entire game and then goes and pitches. It's fine. But, like,
he
I looked
doing?
at the bag and it said turkey. I'm like, that's shit. And somebody else had them too, and it was Mexican. I'm like, so I took one of each, put it behind my back, and I just gave him to him. He tried each one blindly. He went, oh man, the one from that hand was so much better. I'm like, yeah, that was the fucking Mexican one. It's Mexico first, Canada second, Turkey just not.
Noted.
Oh,
Yeah.
it's such
Yeah.
a difference.
Yeah, always
About,
check them.
about 2 weeks ago, John and I went to the movies, and I saw him eyeballing the Sour Patch because, like, no.
They were turkey, weren't they?
This is AMC. They got the turkey ones. Oh, that is on a V8 orange color coming out of that can.
Ooh,
It does kind of remind me of like the V8s.
Like a twister.
the grapefruit. Yeah.
Chris says he's going to Treehouse, Trillium, Bissell Brothers, Allagash,
Oh, you're going to
Maine
Treehouse?
Beer Company. Other halves ate the for sures.
Isn't
Or
Treehouse
probably are
who
the for
does
sures.
the,
About 200 other possibilities pinned on Google.
Treehouse does the, oh, I know what one I'm thinking of.
Treehouse of Horrors?
Yeah, sure.
Do, do, do. Ooh, it smells good.
That's just how it smells. Tar.
Yeah, it smells like a handful of Sour Patch Kids was in beer.
Tastes like it too.
Cam gave the best expression Aaron had on that one.
That is tart. That is true candy sour.
Yeah, that makes my cheeks hurt.
John and I are like, meh. It's not that sour. I mean,
No,
it's
I'm
appropriately
not-
sour.
I'm not cheek hurt. It's that candy sour where like your tongue goes, nah. Like,
Nah, I got a little bit of that sour here in the back of the jowl, or sorry, the scrot. If we're back to how my face looks.
Oh, I was like,
You're like, wait a minute, what? Oh,
Yeah, that checks out.
I immediately did
Yeah,
this.
Tyler already forgot his own cut on me, man. Huh? It's only been what 30 minutes.
Oh, it's a lot longer than he normally lasts. So
Oh yeah. Like, what do I do with the other 28 minutes?
Oh, you fuckers.
We're gonna talk like that's why I couldn't do anything in Vegas like a call. We're like, oh man, this is just money well poorly spent.
no. Matt's gotten a real obsession with coasters lately, so he keeps buying these leather coasters.
Well,
from this
because
one
they're
company.
funny.
They are, and I love it. But we as a group like coasters as well, so we already have like our my chive one that I brought, my Bill fucking Murray. He has these 4 leather ones. We got a couple like just generic windmill and stuff like that.
Yeah, I like that. What is it?
What in the Kentucky Fried Fuck? That's my favorite one.
That definitely sounds like something I would have said when I was a kid living in Kentucky.
Yeah, no, I believe that. And by kid living in Kentucky, she means she probably said it yesterday.
Or, probably Sunday when I was in Kentucky.
As soon as she got across the border, what the Kentucky Fried Fuck's going on?
I just don't know. Like,
Kinda-
it's sour, and it's kind of what it says it is, but
It
just...
tastes like a Sour Patch Kid, especially like the linger.
Well, now, I think we should defer to John here, because he is the handful of Sour Patch Kid at a time, not the individual Sour Patch Popper.
Yeah.
So, does this blend like a handful of patches?
Nah.
That 4.5 pound bag.
Oh,
Big
yeah, and I grab it like...
Can you do that again for me, John?
I mean, this was this way and not this way.
Oh no, he gets under. Ha. Aaron's like, why do I keep coming back to this?
This is
Of
why.
course I keep
Aaron. But anyway, back to you a little bit on your artwork. So you gave us a couple stickers, which you won't be able to see on the picture, but I really like this sticker a lot.
Well,
Slightly
considering.
obsessed.
Yeah, that's what
Is she pretty? But like it's actual artwork she did. You have 3 more going into a gallery soon or a show soon. What's going on?
Yep. I just was. I did a show at the Athenaeum.
Are you done with that? He's wanting to rinse
Oh,
your
yep.
glass. I just
I
saw
wanna be
Matt
pushy.
standing there. It was really funny.
do this
Yeah,
real
the
quick.
Garfield Park
Normie, I'm used to
Arts.
They have a QR code in the back.
Try it. I don't know if it'll work, but try it.
If not, you can find me on Instagram. They tagged me at Eden's Lost, and in my bio that has my link tree, so you can check out my YouTube channel with some music on there, as well as
The music's awesome.
any art markets that I'm hitting up. I definitely will be submitting for the Garfield Park's Spectrum 5 Dynamic Expressions art show that they've got going on next month.
I love the pause there. What am I doing again? Oh yeah, the Spectrum 5.
Hey, you gotta give the neurodivergence a break, homie. Like that ADHD, sometimes I get that deer in the headlights real quick.
Oh, yeah.
And we got a light shining right at her too. So we're in trouble.
Yeah, it's like, where did that sentence go? I approach life with that Michael Scott, like, I just hope that it lands. Sometimes I get lost in the middle of a sentence.
See, we are like literally each other.
Oh.
I know exactly what she's talking about.
But yeah, she's been really hopping on her art again lately, which has been a lot of fun to see on your social medias. I like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Come
for
and
sure.
see Jonestown. Have a drink in paradise.
Yeah. A little dark. It still might be too soon.
Nah, I think we're just past it.
That kind of makes my day.
I do wonder, though. Sometimes I just can't quite tell like which is up and which is down.
It's in the eye of the beholder, as with beauty. You know, it's that's the thing that I like most about the things that I do creatively. It's I put it out in the world, and I want people to take what they get from it.
I think it goes this way on this one.
You see,
Diagonal.
there's 2 tells on that one, John. One, there's a tree, so
Well,
it branches
yes,
up. Also, there's
yes.
a QR code in the back, so it's the way
But
that faces up.
she could have been on acid.
Well, if I went by the QR code, it'd be like this.
Yeah, and she could
well,
have been.
then there
on,
you go.
She could have been on acid, so the tree was coming out of the ceiling. You don't know.
Or
She's
maybe
an
those
artist.
are maybe
Artists do weird shit.
Maybe those are roots. Maybe it's
I haven't
those
done
swamp
psychedelics
trees,
in a long
man.
time. It's been a while.
Flashback. No.
And this, I think I'd go like this. It's kind of like that.
Oh, what is that?
That's it's one of my pieces. It's called Feathers. It's named after a Coheed and Cambria song, actually.
Oh, okay.
I love that song.
From No World for Tomorrow. Yep,
Yeah.
yep. It's one of their what I call the like almost like a stadium rock riff that
Yeah.
my fellas they play my favorite Gibson guitars.
Really like
The double neck SG.
Oh no, dude, that ES335 that Stevers plays, man, with the big speed tremolo. Oh god, I always stand right in front of him, and I just like I look at him like I'm sure some of the females in the audience are looking at him and Claudia. I'm just like, God, I just want to touch it. You know, I just wanna play
Aaron's
it.
got
You just want to play this Bigsby?
Aaron's got a female guitar boner going on right now.
Dude, I
felt the table go up
I got a
little bit.
musician boner for that. They play all my favorite Gibsons, dude. If I swear to God, if Gibson don't give them signature guitars before too long, I'm gonna start a letter writing campaign.
And all 7 fans will write those letters.
I will. Oh no.
Oh, they've got plenty more than that.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, dude. They are.
Oh, I know.
This new album is. I can't even stop talking about how awesome it is. It's gonna be incredible to see if because they even got a little Grammy buzz going on with this shit, man.
Oh,
So
damn.
yeah, like
People still care about that?
oh,
The Grammys?
some people do, man. And these guys are the most grossly underrated band doing rock music right now. Incredible musicians. Get into a conversation within 5 minutes. I will find a way to talk about Coheed and Cambria.
I believe it. It's the 42nd time we've talked about it today.
It's almost like Tyler in baseball.
Speaking of which,
See, John, we had to go.
It's a-
actually,
It
speaking of
works.
which, tonight's drunken movie review that we will be recording for our podcast for Two Beerded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews
Sandlot.
is for the
A
love.
league of their own.
Stop it. For love of the game.
Major.
Starring Kevin
Already did that
Costner. Like 3 other baseball movies. It's fine. Plus multiple football movies. He likes sports movies.
And a golf movie.
Huh?
And a golf movie.
Yeah, he likes
he
sports
liked baseball.
movies.
Yeah, wasn't it Tin Cup? Using Tin Cup?
Oh, yeah.
Sure was.
Yeah, he was. But it's a fantastic movie in my opinion, and I can't wait to talk about it because John and Matt disagree.
Yeah. Fantastic movie. I about posted this on the Two Bearded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews. Hey, guess what movie we're doing next?
Yeah, I don't give a shit. What? Hey, a lot of box office things flop and still can be a good movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
This one's not,
Can't
though.
agree.
It's
Can't
not
agree.
one
I disagree.
You're gonna be by yourself.
I don't give a shit.
I read everything I need to do on that. Yeah. Okay.
But anyway, check it out. It should be a very good review because I'm sure we'll argue a lot, and that'll be a good time. But back to the perks these days. It is time to score. I am first. I liked it. I liked what they did with it, but I'm only giving it a 3.25. Like it wasn't quite balanced enough for me to really want to give it much higher score than that.
So, coming from the style that sour, it's not a sour IPA, it's just a sour slushy style
yeah.
beer.
Yeah.
Like, it's not. I wouldn't even say it's average. I'm gonna go 2.75.
Jeez.
Yeah, the only thing I had going for it was a little bit of that sourness there. I got no sweetness from the Sour Patch Kids, and really I was hoping they would have some of that. And
Yeah, I agree with because you get like the sour outside of the Sour Patch Kids, but then like sweetness of the actual gummy, and that was definitely full frontal sour in your face. Kind of remind me of like a milkshake. Sorry, it's your all's fault.
Full front or sour in your face. Like,
yeah,
That's a
we made
picture.
you say those words. You're right. Yeah, that is our fault.
You guys are horrible influences on my speech.
yes.
Bring out the 13-year-old boy. in
What
me.
was the average? I kind of zoned out.
I'm gonna probably go. You know what? I'd say 3. I'm gonna give it a 3.
And you did what?
What'd you give it again?
I said 2.75.
So it's a 3 average. Honestly, like, I missed John's score, like, completely.
It's okay.
He
Bud.
just blacked out for a little while.
I just stopped listening when John talked. Yeah, I have taste and he doesn't, so I tend to forget what's going on when he talks.
Matt, what would you give that beer?
I am not going to ride the average this time. I'm going to give it maybe a little bit generous, but a 3.5. I did like the flavors. I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't quite a handful of Sour Patch Kids like I was hoping for, but it did have a good enough flavor. I don't know if it would be easily doable or not, but if it had like a granular texture like the sugar coating on the Sour Patch Kids, like that would have been like, I feel like that's what was missing, just like granular thing.
That would be a weird texture thing.
Yeah, I don't know if it would work.
I'm
but,
not texture aversive, and that would still, like, that would fuck with my tactiles.
Yeah, like I said, I don't know that it would work,
I
but I
think-
kind of feel like that's the thing I was missing from the Sour Patch because that like the deets, like the sugar shit on over your fingers, like
Yeah, that's the candy. I don't want my beer to do that.
yeah, it's candy beer. Speaking of, we have another candy beer teaser coming up this hour too. We can see how they did with their candy beer.
Anyway, so this is why we don't let Matt talk that much, right?
He was trying to save himself. Yeah. He did
No,
not
I
do a
get
good
what
job.
I do get what he's saying. Like, in all fairness to Matt, I get what he's saying. since it didn't quite get the flavor, if it had a little more of that texture, maybe it would send your brain towards that. But I think it would weird me out too much.
Yeah, so I don't know how pull-offable it would have been, but I would have been curious to see if it were doable, how it would have done.
Pull-offable. I like that. I don't know how pull-offable would be, but I like that. That's a Tyler's comment if I've ever heard one. I make up words all the time. That works. Thank you, man.
I spent too much time around you.
Language is
Shit.
ever evolving, Tyler. Language is ever evolving.
Yeah.
We all words are made up, homie.
Yeah, I just like to speed up the process.
Yeah, YOLO.
No.
That wasn't a word till
I
2
just
years
had his
ago.
back, and then he went and said YOLO.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and take our break right here.
Yes. So come back after the break. Take about 2 to 5 minutes. Get that break going in, and then we've got coming back. We'll have some, darker beers that we do in part 2.
All right,
Part
thank
two.
you guys for listening. I'm TBG_Ops guy.
Mudhog B&Q.
Our guest today, the lovely,
Aaron Donovan.
and you're lucky you can't see him, but he's here.
Off-screen, ball sack.
We'll be right back.
Oh, Russ, let's have a good one, guys. He's doing nightcap tonight. Later, Russ.
Oh shit, you're actually doing nightcap later. that hates when people exclude other people, though. But he's a giant dick, but hates when people are excluded. So I wore this hat to
talking about
Thanksgiving
himself?
this year.
Like
I know.
all you fans.
Yeah, I wore this hat to Thanksgiving because my uncle was a little bit of a homophobe. And so I knew he would ask me what the hat stood for. And I immediately just looked at him dead in the eyes. I was like, oh, the Gay Friends Club. And the look on his face. My brother was there. His family all knew what it meant. And they're all like looking at me. And I'm just laughing my ass off. And he didn't say a word, just kept eating. My mom just looked at me like, for one, she knew what it actually meant. Was like, why'd you wear that to fucking Thanksgiving? And then when she heard me say that,
Mom.
the look on Mom's face was just like, just, it's my son. I failed. I'm like, no, you did great. That's why I did this. But yeah, I thought you'd get a kick out of that.
For sure.
It's straight up, the look on his face was just, oh. And just like,
Yep.
right back to eating.
Enjoy your fucking turkey.
My aunt asked me, and I was like, oh, it's the Good Friends Club, because, like, she's not that way. So I was like, oh, it's the good. Oh, she's like, oh, that's so sweet. And he's like, he didn't hear what I told her, but he heard her say, that's so sweet. And he's like,
Wait, what?
I'm so confused. I enjoyed every second of it. It was a good time.
That was at the end of the line, wasn't it? We're going for that one now?
Yeah, I decided to switch it up a little bit.
Okay.
I wanted to end with the triple.
Yeah.
Not mad, just curveball.
Yeah. That, and I wanted to get that sour out of my mouth.
Brought pretzels.
I know, but I wanted to do it liquid-wise, too.
Fair.
All right, so this is the Valhalla Awaits. It is bottled by Listerman Brewing Company. That's why I did it next, because I'm a little scared it won't be.
It is?
Blueberry
Yes,
and orange
sir.
blossom mead with tart Montgomery cherries, Montmorency cherries. Sorry, sweet hibiscus flowers and vanilla beans. Drink our take on Vikings blood. Mead from your most brutal drinking horn or tankard. This is a victorious day. Skull, 16%.
There's the thing, it's too much horn talk, John.
Is that it?
We got Kevin back on. What's up, Kevin?
What's up, Kevin?
From out here having a pint, now that he's not going under that moniker.
Kevin.
I know that guy.
Yeah. Hang on. There we go. Hit the wrong button. Now we're back.
Tattoo convention? Is that where you went, Kevin? I think so.
Kevin who?
Oh my God.
Which
He just
Kevin?
doesn't listen at all.
Oh, from out here having a pint?
He does just listen to you. Clearly.
It's gonna. Hour two's gonna be Tyler hate.
It's so much fun.
All right, let's see how this goes.
Pissing off John. A great hobby.
We all gotta have something.
Baseball season's over. I've got to have something.
I'm sorry, homie.
Yeah, it's all right. It's been 3 years now.
Kind of stuck with him, I think.
Yeah.
We've been friends longer than that. Nice try.
That's true. But the legal.
Work-wise.
On paper, business partners.
Nom, 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 nom.
I don't think it's the right cherry for a maiden. I'm not liking it. I'm not liking the blend.
It's supposed to be a sweeter cherry.
I don't know,
That dark kind of tannin,
Yeah.
sort of.
is that what it is, or is it like the booze coming out? Like something about it tastes kind of.
It's boozy.
There's a strong flavor that I don't know.
There's not enough honey to damper it.
No.
Doesn't help. So you're not getting very sweet. You're not getting that thick, viscousy. It's there. Like, you get the legs. Like, you can see them. Like, there is definitely a viscous body to it, but it doesn't feel that way because you're not getting that honey feel.
Yeah.
What's viscous?
Viscous.
I gave up on that a long time ago.
The word is viscous.
I know.
Yeah, stick to your guns, John.
It's been too long.
I knew I'd wear him down.
I finally said, yeah, just whatever.
He forgot he was going against the guy that will stick to something for 3 years just to prove a point.
Dig in even if it's the wrong hill.
But it's the right way to say it. He's the one that was trying to say viscuous.
Do you know how it's spelled?
It's much more
Viscous.
much more catchy.
Because it's spelled some way. It doesn't mean English says it's that way.
I thought we were just talking about it. It's a made up thing anyway. So I'm just making up shit.
Just make it up.
It's not made up. It's a real word. That was made up a long time ago.
We say what we want. I mean, some people say milk.
Alex. Where are you? Yeah, I need Alex.
It's not just me.
Yes.
And Aaron's like hating on me, but Tyler's sitting over there just pissing me off. Aaron's trying to be so nice about it.
Tyler's just like, poke.
Yep. Yeah.
Poke.
Yeah.
And
This isn't completely terrible. It's just not really great either.
nah,
Very,
It's-
very
I got
meh.
a buddy that makes mead, and it was a lot. His Viking's blood was a lot better.
I realized this was a Listerman product, and that's why it got moved up. To be
I
honest.
completely didn't even catch that. Was that just on the very back or what? Like,
It's from the Listerman Fermatorium.
yeah.
Ciders, meads, and wines.
huh.
I don't remember if I bought one or two of their meads.
Bottled by Listerman Brewing Company.
Because the one I had down there was pretty decent. I was just like, okay, this gives me hope. But when I was looking at it, they had 3 different meads to buy, and I was just like, well, I need to buy the one that says Viking's Blood. You know what I mean? Like, that's... If I'm going to go with the mead, I'm not going to go with the specialty one that they made. If we're going to go like, hey, this is your first introduction to it.
Yeah.
It's okay.
If it's
I
called the
definitely get that
Fermentorium,
viscous.
I feel like there
Yeah.
should be like a steamboat ride like in
Like, I'm not
Willy
mad at
Wonka
it.
or something in the back of that
Like,
place.
it's not like I dislike it. It's more I just don't... It doesn't
Yeah.
do anything for me.
It's
Yeah,
meh.
it's very
It's you poured me a drink. I'm like, oh, yeah, thanks. Appreciate you. Next time, let me pick what I'm drinking.
Yeah. Do I go first on this one? No.
Yes, you do. Because you suck at life.
Nope.
And drinking. There it is.
Oh. I think it's a 2. I'm like 100% meh.
Aaron?
Yeah, I'll give it a 2.5. I'll be generous. It's not the worst, but it's not the best.
I'm going to sound like Matt because I already had a score in my head. And it's the dead in between. 2.25. But
I'll drink it. It's fine. I wouldn't want to drink more than what I had.
I would not go out and.
If someone gave it to me again, I'd be like, all right, fine, whatever.
I wouldn't go buy it by any
I'm not
stretch.
chasing after it
No.
for sure. No.
I ain't even buying it if I see it on the shelf.
No.
If I'm in the mood for a mead and it's the only mead at the store, I still won't buy it.
Yeah, I'd be like, all right, I'll go with something else. There's got to be a seltzer or something.
There's gonna be a cider that'll make me happier than this shit.
Yeah.
Matt.
2.5. It's that very, if it gets given to me, I'll drink it, but I wouldn't really like be enthusiastic about it or want it. But I wouldn't turn it away.
That's twice he's not been the average today.
Oh, no. Something's wrong.
Sometimes I'm right and you guys aren't. Just accept it.
Well, you're on the high end both times you went the average today.
I stand behind what I said.
Well, I have high hopes for the next 3.
Actually, I wasn't in the average on the first beer either, so that's 3.
Wrote him in the wrong damn spot.
Oh, that's right. 3 out of 4.
Yeah, and that time I was under.
Is he feeling okay?
Yeah, I don't know.
And you guys are just off. It's what it is. Like I'm consistent on my scoring, usually on average.
Hey, Matt. So, we were talking about this on
boy.
Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
What was your beer of the festival?
I think mine would probably have to be the Tarnished Hollow American Pie Lager.
Kind of apple pie.
Yeah, because it was like a hint o' pie in a lager, and it was actually
It's even better now that he's talking about pie.
like warm. It was like no, it's actually like cold apple pie filling. Like
It really was. It's like a hand pie.
No, this wouldn't be a hand pie.
no. But it was a good balance because it wasn't like overwhelmingly apple, but there was a nice like apple presence. It was still refreshing, especially on the hot as balls day as it was. Like it was what I wanted at that time. I didn't even realize I wanted it till I had it. How about yourself?
That one I did enjoy. There was, but I think the Louisville Lager from Goodwood,
Okay.
similar in concept, just didn't have the apple pie in it. But it was
Just a
such a
lager.
hot, humid day, and it just just like Tyler just did, it hit the spot.
That
He didn't
worked
hit
out
the spot.
Yeah, I just read the chest where I wanted.
Oh.
I wasn't gonna throw it at your face. You're already half blind. I wouldn't do that to you. That and nobody wants to hit somebody in the balls.
It's a low blow.
Are you talking about my balls or my face? I can't tell anymore.
The same thing.
Oh yeah, damn. You just tagged him.
Alright. Oh, shit.
Oh, goodness.
So a buddy of mine, one of the baseball coaches I coach with,
You got a buddy?
just recently got back into drinking. Well, in general, he'd taken years off, and he's back to having beers every once in a while.
You just got back into drinking.
Sometimes you take a break.
He started drinking some craft beer recently again, and it's been really fun because he'll call me whenever he finds one that's great, or he'll shoot me a text. Like, dude, have you had this one? Yes, yeah, it's a beer in Indiana. Yeah, find one in Indiana, haven't, and that's means it just came out. Like, but you know, but it's been fun because he'll find beers that he likes, and I'll then recommend stuff based on that, and then getting his feedback's been really fun. The next one he's supposed to try is Puppy Slumber Party from Metazoa because he really liked Left Hand's peanut butter stout.
Oh, yeah.
So I was like, if you like Left Hand's peanut butter stout, yeah, I'm gonna need you to I need you to go get some puppy. Like, and so I'm excited. He said he picked it up the other day, so as soon as I get back his feedback, I'll let everybody know. But it's been really fun because he has a really good palate, and he describes these beers really well. But it's been fun because it's like, I remember me starting really getting into craft beer, and it's just, I even Matt, who's always liked craft beer, but like getting him into this and having him try IPAs and finding IPAs that he actually liked and different things. It's that, but on a wider range with him. So it's been a lot of fun. He'll be like, oh man, I just had like 3 of these the other night. Have you had that? Yeah, it's a really good beer. Like, well, what'd you think about it? Well, I think this. He's like, well, I noticed this. And it's like, oh, that's kind of fun. Because when you first ever try it,
Yeah.
like why we do a lot of these, that first taste is always just something you have no preconceived notions. You're just going for it. So I'm getting these texts from him, like even something like Zombie Dust, the first time he had one, and like I get a call, and I'm just like, okay, this is kind of fun.
Well, Zombie Dust, you gotta quantify, was that bottle, draft, or can?
Oh, it was can. The only way to drink it now.
And have you enlightened him to the unicorn theory?
I have. He said he'll try it out.
Yes!
You know what beer I had the other day I hadn't had for a while, and I was just like, I forgot. This one's actually pretty solid.
What?
Rise of the Angels, 18th Street. I used it to brine some chicken. There's a little bit left, so I took a swig.
Yeah, it's the only thing 18th Street's good at.
And I was just like, I forgot. This is actually just
18th
refreshing.
Street does pretty good on their stout game. I haven't really dabbled with their IPAs too much. You say that, but I brought like 3 stouts that even you drank. We're like, well, this is 18th Street. Yeah, this is alright. This isn't bad. Like,
There was one I liked.
Which for Tyler, that's like saying like, oh, this is actually good. I just won't admit it.
Yeah.
There was one I liked that you brought. Alright, so this is Sun King Brewery, the local of local. Wicker Swordfish,
Oh.
Mai Tai inspired Belgian style triple. This is their 20 Double Deuce release. As always, it was all the way to the top. I had to be very careful opening it.
Do you want people to get in trouble?
These bottles are hey, they are bottled exactly the amount that's supposed to be in there.
All right.
They're just small looking bottles.
That's what she said.
There's a TikTok going around that it's this chick eating a miniature cucumber. The cucumber's like that fucking big. She's just raw dogging a bite out of it. And the dude literally next to her is going, that is a above average cucumber. And it's not a small Every time I see it, and like the best part is now people are like stitching it, like, so there'll be like that video, and there'll be like 4 other dudes watching going, no, like you can like everybody doing the like, no, that is a big cucumber.
I don't think Matt's gonna like this one.
It's been entertaining lately. It's TikTok is so much fun. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
So the camera like, flopped around a bit.
It
Too.
Yeah,
did.
it did.
Okay.
I'm not moving it.
John's not gonna be appreciative of the mic showing.
I don't care. I'm not moving it.
I've only got some 2-sided tape on that Yeti.
Ooh, I don't know what I think of that.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Oh,
That's
There's
more-
lots of flavors in it.
That is more aggressive than the last Mai Tai they did.
when I see Mai Tai inspired, I'm like, I don't think I like Mai Tais.
The last Mai Tai one, which we have another one over there, was not as aggressively flavored as this one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This-
this is pretty
Woo! Woo! This one, the very first taste is just...
I think someone at this table said this is better than the one that I had from the Gen Con that I was going to suggest we drink.
Well, I never liked the Gen Con beer because it's made to, like, be the middle of the road beer.
Yeah. I actually really enjoy this beer. It was different on tap, but it doesn't mean that I'm not liking it right now.
It really tastes like rubbing alcohol a little bit.
Well, it's got that booziness to it, and I do get some cola from it. A little bit of like caramel.
It smells like rubbing alcohol.
I really like the label art's pretty
Like
sweet.
almost like a hand sanitizer, like a specific.
Yeah!
Like a specific.
Like when the distillery started doing hand sanitizers.
Yeah.
That's what it smells like. Like, I feel like this is... I would not want to play guess the ABV on this because I'm going to guess probably a lot higher than it is.
I think
Because
so,
that
though.
tastes like... If I were to guess, because it's not on the can. They never put it on these.
Find out.
Yeah, it's boozy.
What's the name of this one again? The swordfish?
Yeah, whatever. Swordfish bullshit. Wicker swordfish.
Yeah.
I would
of
have
Wicker
to
Man,
guess... I would have to guess 18.
Yeah, it's definitely
That
boozy.
seems- just because it's Sun King, like they don't know.
Knowing Sun King, I would be much lower.
Yeah.
But I'm saying taste alone.
I think 18 is a little high, but yeah, it definitely is. I would say
We'll find out. I got it sent to the source.
That is fucking rubbing alcohol.
I would say between knowing Sun King and the flavor both, I would say 14.
14.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, this would knock you on your ass if you weren't careful.
I think
Yeah, this is one of those
weren't
that I
careful.
think
No,
it's
it's not
sneak up on
sneaky
you.
about it.
No, but
I think you would drink it and you'd be like, "Oh yeah, it's just a beer, it's fine."
and it's Sun King. It's not going to be that
Yeah,
high.
and then you're like, "Oh, why am I asleep on the front porch at 2:00 in the afternoon?"
I love when she said 2 o'clock. I really thought she was going to say morning. No,
That
she went
is
for
No,
days.
it's a
personal
day
experience. That's personal experience right
Parents
there.
like that was my
She's
last
done
week.
that before.
It's fine.
I've definitely
Freaking
slept
loud.
on porches.
But, John, the
Actually,
people in stone houses throw glass, bud. Okay, I don't think that really too many of us here can chastise.
No, I
I
once
have
again, I'm
always made
relating.
it. I have always made it inside.
Well, there was at least it was a
Are we still
couch
talking about
that was on
houses?
the front porch. It was a couch on the front porch.
Oh, yeah.
All right, technically, I did fall asleep in a chair drunk around a fire, but I think everybody does that. It's fire
Yeah,
foods. You just
you
do
kinda
that.
expect
Like
falling
that's
asleep.
especially if you're in your own backyard. Like, man, you're safe. Why move?
Yeah.
Passing out right beside a fire. Yeah, safe.
I mean,
Safe-ish.
depends how close you are.
Tyler also likes to live dangerously.
Oh, my buddy Nolan's bachelor party. I did not make it inside. He goes, "There's literally a chair for you to sleep in." Like that was the plan. And I'm like, "No, I'm sleeping in my truck." He's like, "You're not driving home." I'm like, "No, I'm not driving home. You're fucking right. My keys, I'd already went outside. My keys were still in the house. Like I had no plans on leaving. I just literally opened up my door, slept in the driver's side of the truck with the door wide open and my feet hanging out the door for some reason. Like I wanted to sleep in the truck. Like I have no idea why. I was like, in the moment, was like, I'm sleeping in the truck.
Has it got
I
a
get
bench
woke
seat, or
up-
was that like
I
an
get woke-
armrest situation?
I
that you
get
had to
woke
sleep
up
on?
by his dog the next morning, like when he let him out, like jumping into my truck, licking me, this giant Doberman. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I'm like, why am I in my truck? Nolan's like, you wanted to sleep in your fucking truck. And I'm like, was I trying to drive home? He goes, no, you went outside and purposely left your keys to make sure everybody knew you didn't want to drive home. You just wanted to sleep in your truck. I'm like, shit happens.
I've got it.
Oh, this should be good.
Kind of reminds me of a Scorpion Bowl.
No, I think there's less booze in a Scorpion Bowl.
But like, I was like, man, this thing seems reminiscent of something. Like, not dead on, but some of the flavors do remind me.
It does
of,
remind me a little bit of a Scorpion Bowl if you added more fruit, but yeah.
Yeah, between like the booze and like I said, like not full on, but like there's enough flavors in here that taste like that. Every liquor in the bar cocktail that comes out on fire with fruit juice in it. Mm-hmm. And you share with 4 people. This is a Scorpion Bowl.
It just eats fruit.
And Everclear and a lime on fire.
No, it has the Everclear.
And bendy colored straws.
Yeah.
Did you get
That's
the
amazing.
ABV yet?
He has.
Because
not
Matt
said it
guessed
yet.
14. I guessed
What? We might have to
18.
come back to it.
Fucking.
If only we had a thing called Google.
If only we had Smo. No, we want the legit number.
Alright.
It upsets me a little bit because I don't think it's bad by any means, but Untapped was just better.
Interesting.
And this particular one, for me, I mean, the booze is really just taking over. It has a little bit of a cola flavor.
Taste of it.
I get a little bit of that kind of a sweet caramel, almost marshmallow sort of flavors
There's
in there
caramel?
too.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of other flavors. It's not blending well. It's just
It doesn't blend well, and it doesn't help that alcohol
which
really just
is
overpowers.
nothing
Super boozy.
what I had on tap.
Really,
Yeah.
that's interesting.
It's just so weird.
That's interesting.
Aaron's gonna go first on this one, even.
Is it like one of the smoothie cans that on the side of it said roll before pouring and you just didn't catch that? Or?
No,
No.
Aaron is first on this one.
I don't know if I could. I'm gonna have to say like a 3. It just was too boozy to be something that I would want to try to mess with again.
Well, it's just gonna be a 6.
I ordered it multiple times going to Sun
draft.
King.
Yeah.
Seriously,
Yeah, it was good.
it's called Swordfish Wicker, right?
Wicker swordfish.
Yeah, it's wicker swordfish. Yeah, personally,
All right, what's on Untapped is only 13.4.
Oh, I was really close.
Yeah, but you went over, motherfucker. We all suck.
you
That's
didn't, you
right,
didn't give a
Rolf.
number. Oh yeah, you were way over.
I said we all suck.
I sucked the least.
Now, it's
Yeah,
on,
we know. It's been a while. We get it, Matt.
It is closer to what I expected ABV wise based on Sun King, but it almost bugs me that it's only 13.4.
Yeah, 'cause
Like if it
tastes
was
so
17
boozy.
or 18, I would actually be like, okay, with that
Yeah.
ABV, it tastes like kind of what you would expect. But
Smo thought it was 13.5.
with it only being in the 13.5 range, like it takes away a lot of its opportunity for flavor with a over the top booziness. And because of that, I'm gonna have to agree with Aaron. It's a 3.
I was going to 3 1/4, so I'm right there with you.
So it's gonna be a 3 average. Matt, what would you give it?
I'm gonna applaud their swing for the fences effort on this, and I'm gonna go with John and give it a 3 1/4. They definitely, it's something different, it's something unique. I'm not the guy for it, but I will applaud their effort on doing it. And it still is relatively boozy, so, but it does not as much as it drinks like it is. But
So, I got the answer back from Smo. We're going to transition here a little bit. So, Two Beerded Guys, we brew with Smo, or
We
Mudhog
do.
brews with Smo. We just brewed the Rye
Two
Pale
Bearded
Ale.
Guys brew with Smo.
he just threw a mud hog in there, didn't he? Like I was there for this last
Oh,
one.
you were.
The show brews with Smo.
The show brews with Smo.
You're a representative
But
of the show.
there's a new term that I just learned about today. It's a brewery term. Party guile.
What does that mean?
What's a party guile? That is the German term for using the second runnings to make a small beer. So when we brewed this last time, we brewed a big ass rye wine. Then we ran some more water through it using the second runnings. And we were going for a rye IPA. It turned more into like a rye IPA amber brown.
Rye IPA Amber Brown.
That's a
But
lot of words.
That's a
bro.
lot of terms.
it did come out to, per Smo, a 6.83%.
What did the rye
On the
wine
second
come
runnings?
out to?
We haven't tested it yet. But 6.83% on our second
Nice.
runnings. But party guile.
I just like how he's like turned into a rye IPA Amber Brown.
Party guy, is that kind of like the triangles with the X's going through it? Just a little different?
It's like PRTI-GYLE. I don't know.
I think, like, you know, it sounds very Argyle like.
Brian said it's like sloppy seconds. But the Germans made it sound classy. And then they already made a beer called Sloppy Seconds. So we're thinking sloppier seconds. Why is it so brown?
I like it.
We're really good at naming beers.
That's clearly wrong.
There it is. Thank you.
Oh, and ready to carve up soon. So I just gotta get it from him.
Good, because we're down to
Yeah, we're down to
one
like
beer.
one that's probably getting lower than Fuller.
Oh yeah, we're drinking the shit out of it right now. Dude, it's
tasty.
an Italian Pilsner. It's the one that we
good.
have on tap right
Crisp,
now.
refreshing.
It's-
Oh, Mike Lawton wants it for his house beer.
When did he try it?
He was over actually on the day we had the tornado.
He just came over.
He was over. We were chilling, chatting about the event.
Nice. Just so you know, guys, if you're in the area and you're wanting to check out Indie Craft Brew, you're gonna after tomorrow you'll have to check them out on Fridays and Saturdays only. They are moving to weekend hours. Just summer Muncie with college kids out slowed down too much. The kids are back, but it'll take a while for them to really get used to coming out that direction. So for now, it is going to be weekends only, Fridays and Saturday nights. Check them out. Have a good time. Drink all the beer.
Yeah, he's got a great selection. It's a great
They
bottle shop.
have pool tables now.
Yeah.
Like, go check them out. All right, it is time for none other than Windmill Brewing. There it is. E.T. Bait. Memes cake. Literally, John chose this beer for 2 reasons. A, what's in it? Peanut butter cup cheesecake stout because of Aaron. But also because of the name being E.T. Bait. He's like, her nerddom will like this. He literally, I had a row of beers picked out. John comes down, this is one of them. And he goes, this is one of them we have to drink. He's like, I don't care about the others. We have to drink this one. And I said, why? And he goes, dude, it's...
Reese's Pieces.
Well, he goes, it's E.T. Bait and it's cheesecake. He goes, it's Aaron. And I'm
She
like,
makes cheesecake.
yeah, I'm like,
With beer.
With beer.
With beer.
and a lot of times it's shit like peanut butter cheesecake.
Yes.
Very true.
Yeah, just had to.
Like, literally, it was one of those moments where John's like, duh. No, like, yeah, that's fair.
And I gotta say, I'm a big fan of the windmill.
Oh.
Dad jokes for the
We
win.
didn't even talk about your is it you just post them on TikTok or
Yeah,
Snap or
yeah, for the most part,
Alright.
TikTok dad jokes.
The dad jokes. Oh yeah, follow her on TikTok. It's fantastic. We follow her both with our Two Beerded Guys TikTok and my personal. I can't get enough of Aaron's dad jokes.
yeah, they're pretty awesome. They're not, but
Oh, they're awful.
Yeah, they're grown worthy for
But-
sure.
They're awesome in the worst way.
Awesome in the worst way. The more they're grown, the more I know that the joke has landed.
I'm fairly certain I groaned so hard at a couple of them she could have heard it.
Matt, the more the grown, the more you know it landed. Okay,
We still talking about jokes?
Matt,
FYI.
just so you know.
Poor man.
Just jokes, right?
Yeah.
Oh God, this smells good.
Oh yeah.
So before I drink it,
Is that a groan or a chuckle?
I groaned.
Hey, before I drink it,
Oh.
I almost by the nose can guarantee I'm gonna think it's too sweet.
Diabetes.
Yes, it's gonna be diabetes in a glass based on the nose.
I take a pill
it's
for
my
that.
guess.
I even smell a hard candy shell.
I love you.
Dude. Oh, it's so good. It does taste like the magic shell.
Yeah,
You know what? It is sweet,
but it's not.
but for a pastry stout, I mean it's sweet and it's diabetes. But for a pastry stout, it's not to the point. There's enough roast that it cuts that sweet down enough that it's actually very drinkable, even if you're someone like me who doesn't like the overly sweet stouts. I approve of this diabetes in a glass.
Diabetes.
You know what? I must ask you a question, but I'm gonna
fucking hate
shave
you.
it for later.
So you mad at it?
I'm mad at it.
Shaved it for later.
I shaved it for later.
Appreciate you, Aaron.
So who was the shave for? I mean, most guys only go that clean on their balls for a special lady.
No, it's Steph and Tommy's wedding is the end of next month, so I just want to have a beard evenly grown, so it's easier just to do that instead of having to try to trim the stash to match the beard.
I love you.
Trying to get that carpet to match the drapes.
Savage!
I have to leave. I just didn't want to leave and not say bye. Oh, what is this?
Try it.
Oh, it's delicious.
It's
It's peanut butter.
It's a peanut butter cup of
Reese's.
booze. Surprised you handed that back.
Sorry. Okay. I mean, it does taste like Reese's Cups, but it also tastes like a lot of stuff I don't like.
Oh.
Fun.
Oh, I didn't know it tasted like your ex-boyfriend.
Oh.
Oh.
Wow.
That was funny. I could not come in and say hi to the girls, so then I could not come down and say hi. So
Well, we love you. Thank you for saying hi.
Thanks for popping in.
hi again.
You had the ET bait.
What happened to your facial hair?
You had this.
It took a vote and it all ran away.
I got tired of being on his face, and
Yeah. Even my beard got tired of being around me.
Oh my god.
Nice.
It just inched off like a caterpillar. Just
Okay, I'll write it down. Wait, that's
Anyway, nothing like a savage distraction.
Normally it's an 11-year-old girl just interrupting things, but
It's John's oldest daughter.
Pretty much.
Who was here a couple weeks ago? Who was like, I didn't know you had a daughter that old.
Was it Jared?
I think it was Jared.
I think it was Jared that thought Savage.
oh, when I was out in Baltimore.
You're like, you mean Brookie? He's like, no, the other one. You're like, Savage? I was like, well, it's kind of his daughter.
Fairly certain it was Savage that heard Jared.
Maybe
It was.
Sister or
It was
cousin,
Jared.
but-
Think about yeah.
I don't know, in all fairness.
She's, I guess I was probably technically able to.
Yeah,
Thinking of
she's
age
not even
difference.
30 yet.
Yeah.
You could
Yeah,
have.
you old, buddy.
could have.
I mean, you're like 70 by now.
Yeah, I know.
That's some shit, ain't it?
That's some shit. I would have been a young dad.
Dude, my birthday's coming up. It's like the 24th of this month.
Sweetheart, you don't look a day over 27.
I actually
You can
think
whisper. Oh shit, you're still young.
Hey, you're younger than John.
yeah,
You
yeah.
split John
Yeah.
and Matt.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? What?
Mulder and Matt.
Yeah.
I think it's about the same age.
I
No,
doubt
Matt's
that.
36.
Haha, you've been rode harder than me, honey. 'cause I
37.
look-
Oh, 37.
He's turning 38.
I'm almost 38 next
When
month.
is it?
Next
month?
Yeah, September.
She's turning 38.
Oh, so she's got you by a month.
You're like the same age.
For some reason, I thought she was
Almost
30.
the
I
exact
thought she was 36.
She was 36?
Yeah.
You just pointed at me?
Yeah.
He did.
Well, I got tired of the ball jokes, so I was going with the female joke instead.
Oh.
Insensitive.
Yeah.
Well, you're bald. Like,
I'm not.
You have the same amount of facial hair right now. 0.
You don't know?
She's a better shaver, evidently.
hey, ladies' razors are good.
Dude,
Yeah.
why do you think all tattoo artists use the disposable ladies' razors,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
the
they're
dudes?
so much better.
So much better. Which, by the way, I want to find out where. I need to ask Grace where they get those disposables.
Those are good.
Oh my god!
Like, all gone, all
Just
good.
whoa,
And,
gone.
and there's no rash or nothing. She
No,
doesn't, she doesn't
it's,
treat that shit.
it's bullshit.
Yeah.
She just did that one.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Okay.
Oh, that looks good.
It's for the band Murder by Death. Me and my friend Lee, we got matchies.
But have you heard Death by Murder, though?
I have not heard that.
Good lord. All right, back to this beer.
Yeah, we got off the rails so much. It's fantastic. I don't even care.
What happens when we
great.
don't see Aaron very often? Okay.
This is true.
Or just, no offense, but most hour twos also.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
Fair
especially
enough.
with Aaron.
Fair enough. Yeah, it's the ADHD, dude.
I'm a really big fan of this. I
I
normally don't like sweet pastry stouts, and I am a big fan.
Yeah, I really am too.
That's great, because this isn't a pastry. This is a memes.
It's a pastry stout.
Would you make a cheesecake with this?
I would absolutely make a fucking cheesecake with this.
Aaron's already came up with 17 recipes to make a cheesecake with this.
I would make a cheesecake
It's
with
raining
this.
outside.
I was just saying, what the fuck? You got a varmint in your crit in your.
It's raining.
It's
I only
raining
need
outside.
3/4 a cup too, so I can make 9 cheesecakes with that can.
What?
No, you make 5
Do I
cheesecakes and
have
make them
another one
easier.
of those?
Or that.
What bakes
I
it?
don't know if I have another one though. Damn it.
Awesome.
Chris, Knight, we need more.
Yeah, nobody makes better cheesecakes with alcohol than Aaron. They are my favorite. Every time I get a phone call,
Every time.
it makes me so happy.
Yep. Cheesecakes are coming.
But ET bait. Anyway, time to score it. I'm first, and I'm so happy I'm first because for once I can give a pastry stout a high score. Give it a 4.5. It's a fucking great beer.
Great beer. And I am going a 4.5 as well. Fantastic.
I am concurring with the 4.5. I want that shit back in my mouth.
Yeah.
Back in my mouth.
Matt,
Pat,
what do
never
you
mind.
score it? I mean, you don't count, but we still want to know.
Does it have the ABV on there again?
No, it's memes. You know it doesn't.
I figured not. Try to buy some. I actually am waffling for a second there. I had to take a second to try to think. I actually think I'm gonna give it a 5.
Damn!
Like, it's so hard to get a peanut butter stout good, or just get peanut butter flavored done right, where it's not overwhelming,
It is
it's not just
difficult.
nut, or it's not
Not
really.
just nut.
So what I meant. So that it's a great peanut butter execution. It's well balanced with the chocolate. I'm sure, knowing Windmill, it's wonderfully boozy, but not over. It's well balanced. It's not diabetes in a glass, like Tyler says. Even people that don't like the sweet pastry stouts can enjoy this.
Diabetes.
There's really nothing I think you can critique about this. I love the flavor. I don't see any reason not to give it a 5.
This is just the highest I can really give it, just because eventually the sweet still gets me. But like, I'm 4.5. For me, with a pastry stout, a 4.5 is a fucking stupid high score.
Yeah.
That is tasty. That is everything I would want a cheesecake to be.
Yeah, I need that for a cheesecake for sure.
Ooh, Aaron. Brett asks if you have heard of competitive camping.
Competitive camping? No.
It's intense.
Yeah, my brother sends me dad jokes via text almost every day.
It was kind of funny, but I was more laughing at John laughing there. John got a good giggle on that one.
I did. That was good.
Yeah, no, he has sent me that one.
Why didn't you give the punchline, huh?
Because I wanted him to be able to do it. And usually I hate him every time I get him. It's fine.
That was a good one.
So I will say also, down in Brookville, Ugly Pete got a couple different shout-outs. A lot of people
Did
were
Pete
interested.
go?
No.
Oh.
No, they
But
came
their
with like...
logo, his logo's on our banner.
Yeah.
And multiple people asked about water performance technology.
Which is
I love
ironic,
it.
because Two Beerded Guys is like the big part of the poster, and water performance is like in the corner. And they're like, "Oh, tell me about your water." I'm like, "You don't see the other logo that's like dwarfing that little one?"
So here's one I got recently from my brother.
He don't care. He wasn't there. He don't care.
Why did
Yep.
Norway have barcodes on the side of the Navy ships? So when they come back to port, they can Scandinavian. Yeah, that's the shit Brett sends me.
I felt
Why
really bad
isn't
about
holy
that,
water
but-
used in vaccines? Because you shouldn't take the Lord's name in veins.
You know why I don't trust stairs?
Why?
Because they're up to something.
Yeah, that makes sense. Jamie just asked if I had seen the dog bowl. Interestingly enough, I never knew she did. Yeah. That's the shit I get.
That was horrible.
That's the shit I get.
That puts the end on it. How about that next beer, Tyler?
Wow.
Like, that's the shit I get.
Did you know I have some cheese puns that I know, right? Yeah, did you know?
No.
You cheddar believe it.
That's so bad.
Actually, I kind of like that. That's way better than the bowling one.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
anything's better than the
Oh
bowling
yeah,
one.
it was totally feta.
That was good. I appreciate that quick wit. That was wow.
I hate all of this.
Pour more beer, it'll end.
Or it might not. We just continue.
It's like- give
We
it a
might have
distraction.
to have another one. We've only had, this will only be 7. Alright, so this is New Holland Brewing's Dragon Milk Triple Mash. This is one of the few New Holland Dragon's Milks that I haven't tried. I saw it
Same.
pop up on like Instagram or something when it first was released, and immediately like looked at John and went, "They did a what?"
To a what?
This is the 2022 release. Again, triple mashed, bourbon barrel aged stout at 17.3% ABV.
Yeah, boy.
Dragon's Milk Triple Mash is the ultimate indulgence, the result of years of honing technique and pushing the limits of what a stout can be. Aged for 1 year in New Holland Spirits bourbon barrels, the flavors of Dragon's Milk, chocolate, roasted malt, vanilla, and oat, are all amplified in a way that still allows for balance and refinement to shine through.
I get a lot of vanilla on that nose.
I have
And
got to
booze.
say, as crazy as this sounds, now that we've gotten a little more acclimated to Hop and Frog, this still seems like it's not swinging for the fences that crazily when we're used to them.
I mean, for a larger market brewery, yeah, it
For
is.
that, yeah.
That is kind of burning my nostrils a little bit.
But I mean, when we're
That
used to
smell.
like, a brewery that kind of makes up its own beer styles, like a pentuple.
Yeah. But again, Hop and Frog does not have the release
True.
size.
I don't disagree. We might need to move that camera a little bit because we're about off.
It's
off-
moved
Oh,
again.
oh.
Yeah, we're about
We
off
wiggled
screen
it.
like me. There we go.
Wiggled it.
Wiggle it.
Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle.
All right, so this just smells
It's actually really good.
boozy.
I really appreciate that.
And it's less boozy than the 13 something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, it's boozy.
But it's
But-
the right kind of boozy.
Like, I wouldn't guess that was 17. I'd
It's
guess
a
15.
very well balanced boozy. That's
Glad
what
it supports it
Dragon's
without being over thick.
You okay?
No.
Matt's making faces. I'm confused.
He likes the dragon's milk, and it's bugging him.
No, I normally like Dragon's Milk. This is just perplexing. Like, at 17%, that shouldn't drink this smooth.
Oh, there it is. Okay, I was wondering what the perplexing part was.
This is actually something that will sneak up on you.
Yeah, because normally, like you said, regular Dragon's Milk, like, it's not subtle about being boozy at all. And it's like a 13, or no, it's like a 10, I think, normal Dragon's Milk.
Right.
Yeah, so, like, you know it's there. This drinks smoother at 17 than the normal 10 does, I feel.
I wouldn't go that far,
Yeah.
but it drinks smooth
it's
for a
all-
17.
I appreciate where you're coming from with that.
Yeah.
Speaking of smooth tasting beers, so Carrie and Bunny are bringing us back some River North stuff, including the stuff I won in that auction while we were out there. But bringing us back a few others, including oh, I should have had this pulled up already. Sorry, I was all excited to tell you.
Well, while
about it.
Tyler's doing that, since this says triple mash, John, in case someone wasn't aware, what is a triple mash?
Well, the mash, first of all, I should explain. That's the grain bill. That's the grain that you use to
Create
create the beer.
Okay.
Right. So basically, like tea or coffee, you have the grain there, and you steep it in hot water, and that gets the hot water gets all the sugars and all the goodness out of the grains to make your beer.
I do prefer tea bagging as a method of delivery.
I thought about that. Yes.
So we're getting something that is that.
He was in mid-answer.
Oh, I thought he was done. I apologize. Go ahead.
He just cut you off.
So it's triple mash. So I don't know if they just ran it through like party guile style, the second and then the third mash, or if they use like triple the mash. I don't know.
As in,
exactly
like,
what
they
did
would
on
maybe
that one,
perhaps
but-
3 times it in the initial
Exactly.
brew, or they would
Exactly.
do...
My
Exactly.
guess is they probably triple, like, mash, pulled it all, put it back through a new mash, pulled it all. Because
That would be my
they
guess.
were going
as
for
well.
a higher ABV. Running it through the same one would raise it, but not...
But
I don't think it would
in the
raise-
end, it blends it down.
Yeah, I don't think it would raise it 7%.
Because I know that's how Sun King does their shadow
Yeah,
price.
I think at most you would get maybe a 1% bump if you were lucky, and usually probably a 1% drop. So I would say it was at least fresh
They
mashed
probably
twice.
mashed. They probably mashed 3 times. Would be my guess.
Would be my anyway, so 2 of the beers we're getting, and the reason I wanted to make sure I said this, actually I'll go 3 of them because they just released the vanilla bourbon barrel aged Mr. Sandman this past weekend, and we're getting a bottle of that.
Bring me a dream.
We're also getting 2 double barrel aged of the Vicennial series. The Guardian and the God Complex are both now double barrel aged, and we're getting bottles of those.
We just had God Complex not too long ago, didn't we?
We did.
Yeah, that was really,
Yeah.
really good.
And Katie says those 2 are her favorite beers they've made all year.
Katie knows her stuff.
Yeah, Katie. I trust Katie. Yeah. But they're on their way. Well, assuming,
I love Bunny
Carrie
and Carrie.
doesn't drink them. I am slightly worried about that.
I think we did have the God Complex with him, maybe, right? With him and Bunny.
I think it was. Yeah,
So they
I'm a
kind of
little
know,
worried.
they kind of know what they're transporting now.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. But anyway, I'm excited to get my aged OG beers that I bought in the...
Oh, was that the ones you won? The old school stuff or older age?
It was like older Belgians, if I remember right. It's been a while. I've been on 2 different things. I can't remember what I got. That and some glassware.
We
So.
have so much River North and Freedom.
Well, actually, we're getting low on the shelf on River North. It looks bigger than it is right now, but it's actually getting...
That's what she said.
if I had a nickel.
It's actually getting slightly low. I think there's only like 6 beers left, maybe 7.
We also missed. They announced the Bourbon County flavors for this year
Yeah, I
within the
told you
last
that.
week or 2.
Yeah, there's
I
like
sent those to you.
there's like 20 of them, and it's like
There's 8.
But we missed the opportunity. That's a great reason to drink another Bourbon County.
Oh, yeah. I guess we could have.
Maybe next week.
We still have time for one more. I only picked 7.
Well, normal 7 is what we do, but it is 8:38, so
We have time.
we got time.
We done.
All right, so we do need to score this. This is
I
fantastic.
go first.
It really was done well. I like the booze level. It matches kind of what you're drinking while still being very smooth. Still has kind of a nice roasty, chocolatey body with a little bit of that vanilla. More vanilla on the nose, but if you drink it while breathing a little bit here, that vanilla on the nose adds to the flavor. I'm a big fan. This would be good in a cheesecake too.
Fantastic.
This absolutely would be good in a cheesecake. I have made several cheesecakes with dragon's milk, and I always enjoy every single one of them.
Yeah, I've had a few of those. They're pretty good.
Would I be the minority here in saying that I think I prefer this over the standard dragon's milk in almost every aspect?
I would take this every single time.
Like the booze level, the flavor, like I think everything. Like it's almost more like the flavors are more specific. I feel like in this than the standard dragon's milk.
They're more pronounced.
Oh,
I'm definitely a bigger fan of this.
This is really good.
Yeah, I'd never had the triple mash, and
yeah, that's
damn.
Like as a fan of dragon's milk, I'm pretty impressed with this.
Yeah. John, you were first, my man.
Oh my god, why am I not? I'm gonna go 4.75. I'm asking why I didn't go 5, and I don't know why I did not. But it's a 4.75 for me. Didn't quite top it.
Erin's literally making fun of you while talking. She's over here like,
I know.
it's a 10.
I know. I should have given it a 5.
She's
It's
Billy
a
Bob.
motherfucking
She's
Bob.
Billy Bob from Friday Night Lights.
It's a one-handed 10.
Or from
don't even-
not Friday Night Lights, but it's Billy Bob from
I don't want your life.
Talladega Nights.
Nope.
Nope.
Varsity Blues. Sorry.
Oh yeah.
It's a 10.
Yeah.
It's a 10.
A motherfucking.
Yeah. I'm gonna agree with Erin. That's a 5.
Yeah.
That is. It gives us
I
a
knew
5
I was-
on
I knew I
average.
was wrong.
Matt, what would you give it?
I waffled like John between a 4.75 and a 5, but I'm gonna go the right way.
That's fair.
John said he couldn't find a reason not to give it to it. I couldn't either, and that's why I chose the right answer.
Yeah, that's fair. I get it.
It bugs me giving a New Holland beer a 5, but damn.
That's some tasty shit.
God.
It's really well done. It's tasty.
You know what's funny is on the Bourbon Counties, the only thing we haven't done from the 2021 yet is the original.
Let's do it.
We've done all the variants.
Yeah. Let's do it.
I almost dropped that bottle.
No,
Yeah, you did.
That was almost a little scary.
no.
And we've got like a bunch of those bottles, so
By the way, I nailed that guess.
Which
I just counted. Hey, there's 6 River Norths.
alright.
I nailed that literally by just like trying to rough memorize it.
Nice.
I'm really happy with myself right now.
I gotta say, like to Tyler's point with that being a mass market release and with it being New Holland and everything, like I think that's part of why I
Now
want
it's
to
a
give it
slightly smaller release than a lot of their stuff.
yeah, but still from a brewery that size.
Did
and
you
the
find it down
distribution and everything
here?
like that.
I found it in Kentucky. I bought it.
So it's
at,
available
No,
regionally.
no, I bought this at Total Wine.
Okay.
This was from Total Wine.
So that's part of what would incline me to score it higher yet is just because of the scale that this is still brewed out. Like you said, smaller release, yeah, but still coming out of New Holland and being a more mass market thing.
I mean, New
comparatively.
Holland markets their beer very wide.
Yeah, like that's almost makes it more impressive,
You can find New Holland beer.
but short.
I'm trying to think. Are they coast to coast now?
I think they are.
I think at least on their.
That's why I didn't say they're regional. I think they are nationwide.
I think on their base Dragon's Milk at minimum.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They're
yeah, for
now.
sure.
Yeah, I think so.
I've been to the New Holland Brewery. It is in Holland, Michigan.
As have I.
Me too.
It's a really cool.
It's more. It feels more like a restaurant than a brewery when you're in
It does.
And it's also huge, like
That's what you
seating
said.
wise, because you go in and there's like a gift shop on the left, a big ass bar on your right,
I love a gift shop.
tons of seats. Well, they make sure you see the gift shop first. Like
I
you
love a
walk in
shop.
the door and that fucker is right there.
Yep.
But then you go upstairs, another big ass bar with a ton of seats. But then the cool part about it, and the reason I like it, is through a third door, like behind the big bar upstairs, is like this small room where they always have like jazz musicians and like one man kind of guys up there playing with a smaller bar, probably only seats 15, 20.
Oh, shit, I didn't
Now
see
it
that.
holds probably 35, 40, but like seating wise, it's a very intimate little
meant to
side
be like
thing.
a little
It's
cozy.
really weird. Like you have these big sections, little side room. It is so cool.
kind of like a hole in the wall, like
You know the last time I
Prohibition
went.
Club or something.
Yeah.
You know the last time I went to New Holland
What?
when I went salmon fishing. You know who got some of that salmon How was that?
It was good. It was good.
I didn't even get some of
Yeah.
that.
I still got some frozen in the freezer.
Some bullshit.
So it was good.
It was
All
good, bro.
Okay.
So we are moving on to Goose Island. This is the 2021 bourbon barrel aged stout. This Bourbon County baby. This is
Sellouts.
This is
They're
the
all by
OG.
Budweiser now. Boo.
no.
Hey, Pat McAfee called. He wants to buy us and
Yeah.
give us lots of money. I would do it in a
14%
heartbeat.
ABV.
Dude, I'm being facetious, man. Like all the hate that people throw on. I'm like,
so
dude,
much
like
hate.
it's not that
some
different.
people are just want to
Notes
bitch
of-
about something.
Notes
Right.
of vanilla, toffee, chocolate, burnt sugar, and dried fruit. It makes me laugh, and that's the one thing, and you can ask John, the one thing that pisses me off about the craft beer movement in general is all these people like, oh, they sold out, they're not doing... A business owner's job is to make money.
Yeah, and everything's for sale
And
for
in
the right
craft beer,
price.
so little craft beer makes money.
Yeah, so if I get the chance to fucking make money, you want to know what I'm going to fucking do?
I want to make that money.
Because if I want to just then do beer as a passion project, I'm going to open a new brewery, name it something else, and do passion project. Because you know what? Because I made the money to be able to afford to do that.
Yeah.
Which, funny enough, speaking of from New Holland, one of the like essential or starting brewers of that went off to start another brewery, and then when we were at a certain shop in Michigan that I won't disclose that he also opened,
Cannabis.
Yeah.
that he said he started that. He was like, yeah, because we were talking to him like, oh yeah, we're on our way up to see some friends for the holiday is New Year's Eve. We're gonna stop at New Holland. He was like, oh yeah, I started that. I'm like, oh what? And then we started talking. He was like, oh yeah, I left there and then I started this other brewery and now I'm doing this. Like, well, your entrepreneurial spirit is spot on, sir.
Well, and for me, the biggest thing is, it's really simple.
Chocolatey.
You start a business to make money.
No, I don't fault that at all.
And also, most of what Budweiser's done, Budweiser encourages keeping the same staff,
Yeah.
the same presidents in charge of the companies.
You have more resources.
They literally are buying it because they're like,
Do what
we
you
can't
do.
do that.
Just do what you do.
Do what you do. Here's the money to do it with.
Just
Now
consistent.
they do
If
have
things
like,
like-
some consistency things where they're like you now have to make sure that you're meeting these consistency numbers. But other than that, and now some people don't like having the big name over them, so they leave. But overall, like most breweries bought out by these big companies are being encouraged. No. Keep your staff. Keep your management. Keep. The reason we want you is you're making good shit and challenging us.
Well, still-
We want you to keep making good shit
It's the
and make
same-
us money.
Yeah, I think
It's the same shit people do about music. You know, a band gets a little bit popular and people get their
They
sell out.
They're
So-
sell out. You know, it's like,
Yeah.
Well,
I'm
Luke
sorry
Combs,
that the thing that you like, other people now like. You should be stoked for the people that you
I'm
like.
a
being-
country music fan. Luke Combs
No,
came
they
in-
were my band, not anyone else's.
Luke
Yeah,
Combs.
I'm sorry your lead doesn't
How
go take
dare
it down
these-
a peg
how
or
dare these
two.
Stranger Things
Everybody's
guys
allowed to like
Metallica
things.
anymore.
Luke Combs blew up.
Nobody cares about Luke Combs.
Went from
It's already
a-
interrupted you 8 times.
I mean, he's also he's one of the highest selling musicians.
John
in the
saves his
world right
revenge
now,
for
but-
the last beer.
Hey, he's also one of the highest selling musicians in the world right now. But you know, he goes from independent to a record label, and it's literally because the amount he was selling, the amount of stadiums he was being booked for.
He
There
needed,
was
like,
no way a manager and him could fucking run that anymore.
Oh yeah.
A record label makes his life a billion times easier.
I think the same thing applies to both
Like-
music and beers. Like, it's just as long as the quality of the product doesn't decline.
Thank you.
Yep.
Which I think in some
Now,
cases the
sometimes
craft
it
beer
has,
world has
and
seen that,
sometimes
but
it
in,
doesn't.
and a lot of times
but
they
a lot
haven't.
of times, and what's given the bigger breweries bad rep for when they buy out it declining is people will sometimes leave just because, all right, my passion project's no longer my passion. I'm going to go do something else. So people that help make sure this beer was good sometimes leave just because of ideological, just, I want to be a part of a small thing. I want to be, or I want to have a passion project where if I want to change the recipe of this tomorrow, I can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's not that this person's saying you can't ever change. It's just we want consistency because that's how we make money.
Yes.
And so people leave, and sometimes it does drop a little bit because people left, not
Yeah,
because they were
passing of the
forced
torch.
out.
Or because some of the ingredients they're using were sometimes hard to get, and then once again, they want consistency. So then maybe go to a lesser quality, more easily available ingredient.
They want an
blah,
ingredient
blah,
that
blah.
they can always have.
Yes.
Not sometimes we have it, sometimes we don't.
Exactly. There's all various things that can come into play.
Yeah.
And-
It's kind of like how founders they the cherry yield was bad that one year, so they couldn't make the cerise, and so they made the mango magnifico, which I'm so sorry I did not.
Yeah, that was something you were supposed to bring us today.
But I will say thank you, founders, for bringing it back because I love you for that. It tasted just as good as I remembered. Nostalgia is real, y'all.
Nostalgia's real.
It tastes so
Yeah,
good.
half the movies right now. So agree.
Speaking of nostalgia, though, this reminds me of when I couldn't find Bourbon County anywhere. When it was hard to find. There's still a shit ton of bottles of these right down the road from you.
Oh yeah, I know.
Well, they make so much more because, you know, they have the money behind them now to get more
do that.
ingredients
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
make more.
Yeah, scale up.
Oh, darn, I can find the beer I used to like. It's these fucking snobs who like, oh, I waited in line 30 hours to get this beer. Yeah, well, I bought it 6 months after the release, and you know what?
It's a fucking taste.
I still
Still tastes
fucking
good.
love the beer.
Not the nostalgia that I would miss.
Yeah.
The line ride.
But yet, there are people that elitist type beer people that are...
Yeah, no, it's
I get
it's a
like
fickle crowd.
wanting to be like early in line and like the
Hipsters.
camaraderie part about it because
Well, if
I
you're hanging
think
out with people,
I always
but-
end up making friends in line waiting for
But
shows.
the thing is, I have no
but
problem
there's a
doing
difference.
that.
Yeah.
But I don't look down on the person who got it 2 months later.
Well, that's it's a problem with
you?
subjectivity. Some people think that their
Aaron's like,
opinion means more
actually,
than-
I do.
Yeah, like you missed out on line friends, bro.
Well, that part,
That
I'd be
was an
like, you missed
experience.
out on an experience.
Yeah,
That-
it has
yeah.
more to do with the experience for me, but not everyone is
See,
like
that
that.
I
Some
would be
people
like,
want the elite.
oh man,
Yeah.
you missed out on an experience. You should do it some year.
Yes.
That's how I think you look at it, and it's definitely how I look at it. Oh yeah, no, like you want to do this one time.
But you
You
got
want to
some-
do that midnight release stupid shit, like, because it's fun. But
Some people just do it because they like take it home and they want to sell it online for like twice.
or
3
they want to be the
times.
person in their neighborhood that's like, oh, you
I
want to
got
try
this.
this? You have to come over. Fuck this shit. The big thing is, this is stupid good.
Hang out with, so it doesn't matter.
This is better than it's been in years.
It's a great batch.
That is stupid
It's-
good.
I don't think I've
Was this
ever
just
had
the
this.
more standard release?
This is
This is the OG.
The
This
booze?
is the
The Bourbon County?
Bourbon County.
The Bourbon County.
I don't know
This
that I've
is really
had
good.
like the actual non-variant release. I don't know
We
if
got like
ever.
7 more bottles.
I don't know. I feel like every time I've tried it, it's been more recently because it was that scarce or harder thing to find.
Well, we went through the variants first because
Yeah,
they
and
were
then,
the
and
harder
then
things
we've
to
done a lot
find.
of the variants. I
That
don't know that
and
I've ever
variants
tried the
flavors
standard.
can drop out sometimes. So.
Yeah.
Also, we got Diarrhea Cosmico de Verbo-san.
Cosmos!
There it is.
My,
What was that?
your wife just yelled Cosmos. My Panamanian friend is on.
Did you say your paranormal friend?
Panamanian.
Panamanian.
From
Okay.
Panama.
He already typed in "yup" as you were saying it. he already said "yup" as you were saying it. Yes, I know him. He's me.
He's me.
I love how your wife literally yelled Cosmos.
From upstairs.
From
Yeah.
upstairs.
Yeah, that was awesome.
She heard you and immediately yelled back.
Yes. Cosmos gets the best greeting.
2
Cosmos-
points to Steph.
Cosmos is our friend from Panama.
Well, that's why you call him your Panamanian friend, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'd be weird.
Well, I reiterate it because I called him Venezuelan so many damn times.
Or Brazilian.
or Brazilian.
Or Colombian.
And
I never
anything
could
but
You
Panama.
basically fucked it up before, and so we gotta fix it.
And so it's every time now I mention that he's from Panama many times. But
the
he,
canal.
he has literally watched us on Twitch, on Facebook, on YouTube, he followed us on everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
And it's
We
now what
appreciate
was
you,
best
sir.
is his name is slightly different on all of them.
But there's always
So the
Cos
first time he
something.
follows us on something, we're fairly certain that's Cosmos because there was one in particular that didn't even have the word Cosmos in it. We're like,
Diarrhea.
No, it's Diarrhea Cosmica.
that was
Yeah,
it.
those-
Cosmica.
But we literally were just
So we're like,
like,
that's close enough. That's
we're
kind
like,
of
we
Cosmos.
think that's Cosmos. And like minutes went by. He didn't respond right away. And we're like, okay. And all of a sudden it's like, it is I. We're like, yes.
Very nice.
And then he responded with, I follow you on everything now. And we looked and it was literally like recently followed. Cosmos, like recently followed. We were like, yes. He is
That's
the
awesome.
coolest.
Almost every Monday.
Yeah, he's
He
the
does.
coolest.
He barely misses any.
He gives us some beer recommendations. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to find any of the beers. Sometimes I'm lucky and can find stuff like that, but Panama's not a country that sends us a lot of shit.
A bit of
Yeah, I
distribution, I
can't
feel,
say
might
so.
factor in there.
Yeah.
But I have been looking. I know some people who work for some different like distributors and stuff that get lucky with some of that stuff, and so far I haven't been able to find anything. But I want some Panamanian
I wonder
beer.
how much beer would cost to ship to Panama.
I want some
Well,
Panamanian
I doubt
beer.
they have Tavor down there,
because,
so probably a bit more than $15.
Like, I want to be able to be like,
I'd send
Cosmos,
them-
we're trying your
If it
shit.
didn't cost a ton, I would probably send Cosmos the beer.
He says that they do not export beer. The national beer sucks. He also says Cosmic Verb Diarrhea is the name of his podcast.
Cosmic Verb Diarrhea. Okay.
Writing that down.
Did band name. Although I feel
Wait,
Cosmos,
have you?
I feel like Cosmos already got.
I feel like yeah, it's his
No,
podcast.
I'm telling
He's
you.
got
I mean,
dibs.
we're from the U.S. He's from like Panama. We could probably steal it from him. I'm just saying.
Jeez, guy, and unfollow.
I'm clearly kidding.
Got 6
Cosmos.
subscribers. Dip down 1 across everything.
Yeah.
I'm clearly kidding, Cosmos.
Tyler's the
Right
colonizer.
Colonizer.
File that paperwork right
In the
now.
Canner Danner, the colonizer.
He's a colonizer.
He's a colonizer.
Oh, John, you gotta write that one down so we can tell Barton the colonizer.
I got it. Mostly because I kind of like that one. That's kind of funny. That was kind of funny. I like that one. Ooh, but that would be this way. That'd be O.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Colonizer?
Yeah, but
colon.
for colon, yeah.
That's the right way.
Yeah,
That's how you spell it.
my colonizer, I guess. It sounds a little. It's got a
Oh
little
my
better.
god, I hate him. All right, so
I think the
that
point's driven
beer
home either way.
is
Bourbon County.
fantastic. Let's score it. You were
Aaron
first.
first.
It's tasty. Tasty AF. Very smooth. I'm flirting between like a 4.75 and 5.
You do you, baby
Because
boo.
I think I would definitely drink it again. So, but I wouldn't make a cheesecake with it.
Nah, I wouldn't either. Need that adjuncts to add to the cheesecake.
It'd be a bit. Although I think a bourbon barrel cherry cheesecake with this would be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
Well, I really thought you were gonna give it a 5. Really did.
I teetered. It's like 4.95, really, but okay.
He says, but it is in Spanish, so that's the Diarrhea Cosmico de Verbos.
I'm never gonna find that motherfucker. All right,
It's on it's on our live cast every week.
I don't really look at these.
You're
I'm
not
gonna
supposed to
give,
say that on air.
I'm gonna give it a 4.75.
You just gave her trash for not giving it a 5. What was your
Oh no,
hang-up?
I just said I thought she was gonna, not that I was making fun of her.
Okay.
This is probably the
Look at that.
best base Bourbon County I've had. I don't know. Normally Bourbon County we go anywhere from probably average 4.25. The base Bourbon County.
I've had some as low as 3.5, probably.
I'm gonna go 5 on this. I think it's fantastic.
So you like this more than you like the triple mash?
We don't compare
I
beers,
think that's
Tyler.
something.
I know, but this is these are very similar styles. Very.
So here's the difference. We're talking once again going to 5. You got jingle your tingles, right?
Yeah.
That's how you jingle.
This
The vanilla in
is
this is
a tad bit smoother
Yeah,
for me,
the
and I
vanilla
love
is
that
stronger in this.
smoothness.
But see, I like the roasty chocolate. The other one.
I
better.
know, but you like
Yeah.
roasting more than I do.
Yeah.
I like
That's true.
smoothness.
That's true. That's
yeah.
true. That's true.
He's sticking on that vanilla.
Jingle and
smooth.
tingles.
Yeah.
So it is a 4.75 average, which I think's hilarious. The one you gave a 5 ended up with a 4.75 average, and the one you didn't ended up with a 5 average.
Yeah.
That to me
I
is
get
just
it,
funny as
and
shit.
that's fine.
Now the important part is, what was your beer of the night? Oh wait, no, Matt, you get to score it. I guess that's right. I was just so excited for beer of the night.
I was like, man, I'm the important part of the night. Let's score on the last beer.
Oh
I was really excited for like beer of the night. Anyway, go ahead.
I'm gonna rate the 4.75. Something's just slightly not there for me, like compared to the last one. Like the last one was like yes, and the peanut butter cup was like yes. This was almost tweaking my tweeter, but it's just not quite there.
All right, again, the important part of the night. Beer of the night, Matt. Do you want me to pull them out? I got you, baby. I got you.
Scramble.
I got you.
Actually, I was thinking I kind of did, but I don't think I do. I want to go with ET bait because that shit was fucking delicious. But I'm gonna have to give it up to the Dragon's Milk Triple Mash because that thing just really surprised me. Like I knew the windmill thing was gonna be good. That Triple Mash just really kind of blew me away.
All right, one for triple mash. John.
I rarely give it to my favorite beer of the night, but I am tonight. The Bourbon County, I've had so many so many different bourbon counties and so many different years of the base
2 weeks in a
bourbon
row
county.
you've gone with your favorite.
And this particular one, it is my...
It's just unusual. That's the only reason I remember.
Yeah, I normally don't. But this one to me, I think what stands out is because it's normally a 4 1/4 beer. And this one's just fire.
I would have to say there was not a lot of surprise beers today either. Like there was,
Most of what I expected to be good was good.
yeah,
And this is the surprise beer to me. I would expect a 4 1/4.
fair enough.
And it
The lovely.
came out 5.
I think I'm gonna have to go with the ET bait, man. I loved that dragon's milk. I will definitely be thinking about that later. But that ET bait's coming home with me, man. I need that
That's
fucker for a
clearly
cheesecake.
wrong.
Y'all get me one for a cheesecake, please, and thank you.
We know some people.
Come on, Windmill.
We know some people.
Matt and I's mind went to really dirty things.
Oh, I bet you did. I
It doubles
bet you
as a flashlight.
You couple gutters.
Yeah,
You literally said I'm going to be thinking about it later.
And it
Like,
wasn't
I
just-
will be thinking about
it wasn't
later.
just that you said you're gonna. I will be thinking about that later.
That is how
Like,
you said it. Like, I
It
straight
was,
up.
it was your emphasis on your syllables, like, oh, she's going to a dirty place with it. I didn't go there, you did.
Matt and I heard it. Matt and I
I have a strong memory for good taste.
She has worked very hard. She's taking healthy and everything like that. But that was that fat kid coming out.
Oh yeah. I've dropped about 80 pounds, y'all. Let me tell you.
I
Sometimes,
told you you look good, girl.
Oh, she looks great.
Oh, sometimes though.
When she walked in,
That-
John and I hadn't
this
seen
was-
her in forever. And when she walked in, we both did the, damn, girl. Like,
Try not to be a diabetic, yo.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm impressed, girl. You know what's funny? I'm
I
going
didn't
to
have
start.
Taco Bell
hey,
on the way here, though.
I'm
so-
going. Well, it's beer night.
Everything in
Hey,
moderation.
whoa.
Yeah.
Beer night doesn't count. You're on a beer show. You had to either start or end with Taco Bell, and if you do it right, both.
Oh, goddamn, I want to
It
talk
is on the
about.
way home.
I'm telling you, if you do it right.
She is one of my favorite people. 100%.
Honestly, guys,
Every single time.
it's not even close to my highest score, but the very first
You're going with
beer,
that fucking lager.
That
right?
You're going with that
Pilsner.
fucking
Pilsner.
German.
that
Yeah,
I knew
Black
he was gonna do
Forest
that German.
Pilsner.
Get your finger out of your ass.
That is. I'm sorry, if you can use that minimal amount of ingredients and make that good a beer, holy fucking shit.
He had a broner for that one on my own.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That's-
yeah.
that's
Why
how
have I
Table
never
Rose
heard
at
that till
an inch and a
tonight?
half.
A broner?
Broner?
Yeah.
Seriously, you haven't?
Seriously, I haven't.
John and I are like, yeah, I mean, Matt's like, that's a thing?
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's a bro boner.
No,
A boner.
I can contextually join the words, Tyler. Thank you. I just haven't heard them used together
And
like
he
that.
hasn't contextually joined anything in a while, so...
Or physically.
Also true.
Poor Matt.
Rough being me, man.
He gets no respect.
Oh, no. There's not respect he doesn't get.
Yeah, there's something else that matters a lot more I don't get.
Self-respect.
Real quick, I do want to give a
There's
shout
another
out.
thing.
I do want to give a shout out to all our friends, whether it's the multiple on the right side of your screen, Water Performance Technologies LLC, all our good friends there.
Indiana on tap, turfs up.
Whether it's Tarnished Hollow there on his hat, whether it's our friends over at Crazy Horse Hops.
Indie Craft Brew, GFC. Ask Tyler what it is.
It's the Good Friends Club. But I want to thank everyone that has a part of this show. Tarnished Hollow Brandon's been on the show. Great dude. Crazy Horse loves us. We've been trying to make it work where they could be on the show. We haven't
Someone's
quite
too
got
busy-
it.
site.
Someone's too busy with baseball. Got wood in his hands.
We've
all the
been
time.
hoping to get on site there as well.
Or bowls.
They just recently sold hops to a Kentucky brewery. Like they're growing exponentially.
And their hops are being used in award-winning beers.
Yeah, it's a fun thing to be friends with people doing fun shit.
I was just gonna say,
Which is why-
nice people. Well,
Yeah.
you guys just glossed over that.
Which is why when you get to do things with fun people, we have people like Erin Donovan on the show. Not only is she a badass artist, a badass musician, but she's a badass person. And so being able to do this show and highlight cool ass people like her, being able to rep our friends' merch like Tarnished Hollow, like her stickers right there, like our good friends at Crazy Horse. Normally Matt's wearing either a Windmill hat, a River North hat, a
Hop
War hat. You name a friend of ours, I'm sure Matt has a hat for
Our
him.
craft or
Yeah,
die
craft or die.
buddies.
All my friends in Cincinnati are convinced I don't own at least one piece of clothing that is not
Brewery related.
brewery related.
It's what we do gives us the ability to meet these people, and once we meet them, they're some of the coolest motherfuckers.
They're stuck with us. They
we
just
go
they don't have a
back
say.
To the very beginning, I'm like, Tyler, we got some cool ass friends. We need to be able to highlight and showcase some of them. And we have.
It started just us drinking beer, and it was, we could do this and highlight people. We have cool friends.
We have cool friends. We have cool friends who do cool shit.
And then we've met more friends who do cool shit.
Yeah.
Because it started off with, just musicians like Aaron, tattoo artists like Grace and Brent, and, the guy who did the Beard Bomb for us that used to work for Books and Brews.
I forgot about that episode.
You name it. We've had some cool motherfuckers on the show.
Couch.
And then we started meeting
The guy who invents his own beer drinking scale.
Put yourself out there, though.
Stefan.
Same thing happens with me with these art markets and stuff. I've met some really cool. Indy has an amazing art scene, y'all.
Yeah, it does.
Indie walls, offensive art, like some of the community. Offensive art.
Not offensive like body odor?
Offensive.
Okay.
Not like you, Matt, but like.
Yes!
I thought we were
I did that just for them. Oh, don't be
I
sad.
love her. They're bad influences.
Yeah, we
They
are.
are horrible influences.
We really are.
Next time
but-
Aaron's sitting behind the monitor.
Thank you to everyone who watches the show, supports the show, does all the shit.
Yes.
Make sure you check out Two Beerded Guys Drunken Movie Reviews as well. Check out Turfs Up Radio, because without them, we couldn't do that podcast because we can't keep spending money. They pay for the podcast time. Turfs Up Radio, your industry, your station.
Our drunken shenanigans.
Thanks to all our sponsors and friends. I'm TBG_Ops Guy.
My dog being Q.
The lovely guest.
Aaron Donovan.
You can find her on Eden's Lost on Instagram and YouTube. Check out both. I follow both. You need to do it. And behind the camera, the one, the only, the San Jose Sharks hat wearing.
Oscar and Matt.
Later, ball sacks. I mean, friends.
You just called them all ball sacks.
I know, that was the best part.